Hold on, man. I'll press record, man. Hold on, we gotta talk about some things here, man.
Hold on. Press record too, then.
Recording in progress.
Press record. You know what I'm saying? Don't know
What's going on, man? You blinded me over here, man. I'm blinded.
Yeah, man. You know,
the chain has got exceptionally bigger. Pause.
It got, you know what I'm saying? It got a little bigger, but you know what? The reason why I got bigger because I had to match my skin. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been using this Nourish, man. I've been using this Nourish product, man, and you know, my skin was shining. So I thought, you know what I'm saying, the rest of me gonna be shining too. You know what I'm saying? Okay. That's how I'm feeling. You know. You
want a lotto over there or something, man? You hit a lick or something you want to tell me about?
If I hit the lick, man, if I hit the lotto, bro, it would be a bunch of silent donations. Like you just like, you know, it would be like, man, I got $1 million in my account from a silent investor. I'm like, oh, that's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. What you gonna do with it? I don't need it, bro, because I got one, too. Must be somebody be, you know, I would play it off. See, when we turn 70 or something, I'd be like, yeah, bro, I hit the lotto, man.
Nah, if I won a lotto, you niggas will see me. Nobody else would. Like the people who I want to see me will see me. So like you will see me still.
Who sees you now?
That's that's the beauty of it. You see what I'm saying?
You said like you just like, you know what I'm saying, a public figure that like, man, I'm tired of seeing that tub in the streets, man. I can't,
bruh,
can't get away from it.
And that's what I'm saying. I already moved like that. Niggas would really never see me though. Like you get a chance to get a glimpse of me. I see niggas sometimes in the grocery store, at the restaurant, moving around the city. Niggas would never see me ever in life, bro. Ever. I told you I saw Ed, bro.
Which Ed?
Ed from
Ed Freaky Money Ed.
Rice's very own tight end, Atlanta Falcons Ed.
Okay, yeah.
I seen him. It was the weirdest thing, bro. I was on a flight to Cleveland, Ohio, and saw him on the flight.
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
Smiling.
Yeah, Ed is a good guy, man. You know, Ed, you know, but then again, you know, Ed has his ways. You know, I get stories about Ed. That's the off the air conversation. And
this has nothing to do with Ed, but it's funny when like if you were a male,
yeah.
Well, it's anything. It could be a male or female, and you know, you might have been a little free in your younger years.
Yeah,
and once you get older, you've changed your ways. Mm-hmm. It's scary when someone of the opposite sex calls your name, like a government name, and be like, "Hey, Aaron, how you doing?"
Yeah,
and you with your significant other, and you just be like, "Oh shit," because you don't remember.
See, I see. Once again, you know, sometimes I'll be telling y'all that I'm ingenious, and I said I didn't say aging. I said ingenious. You were quick to shoot down a brother, man. Like you know, me and Dr. Umar gonna work on you and get you back.
You know what? I realized something today.
What? You
and Umar are the same nigga. Y'all really are the same nigga. Y'all are both the princes of Pan Africa.
Yeah.
But Umar's full of shit. No, Umar be right. Umar has points, but Umar be full of shit too, though. But go ahead, tell me about your ingenious ways.
When I tell you that, you know, I am Boogie. I am Boogie. So when I'm in random places and people call my name, they're not calling my government name, but they calling that Boogie. So it's not.
Most people can't pronounce your government name. You've proved that to us earlier today.
Well, no. That was just incompetency level. She has it in front of her face, and she didn't write she wrote my middle name down and didn't even spell that right. But she was just incompetent. But what I'm saying is, people don't know my government name to even say it out loud.
You think that's a good thing?
That's a great thing.
Why do you think that's a great thing? You think that's a great thing because no one knows you intimately enough to know your real government name?
That's excellent, bro. Yes.
What are you trying to hide? What are you hiding?
I'm not trying to hide nothing, but I'm saying you, the king of anonymity, or the king of imposed anonymity, is
what do you know? I play linebacker. Say what you want to say. Plain, nigga.
Now you play.
Say plain, nigga. Say plain. I play linebacker. Say it plain.
You the guy who is like, you know, I stay out the way. I'm low key. People.
I do stay out the way, bro. I'm the low key.
What I'm saying. So this is a way of me staying out the way without and still being, because like even if you do see me out and about, you're not going to call me by my government name.
But you don't stay out the way though. Like you stay out the way you don't stay like you're a busybody, bro. You're a social
man, I'm a busybody. But how I'm gonna be? Why you gonna call me a busybody, bro?
I just said you're a social butterfly.
Okay, say that. Hey, I'm not that, but I can accept that better than busybody. I feel like, I've never heard somebody say, "Yeah, bro, I'm a busybody out here."
You are.
That's never.
You're a busybody and you're a social butterfly. What's wrong with that, bro?
Every time you call me something, it doesn't seem like you calling me. It doesn't seem like it's manly.
Look, man.
I don't feel like you put a manly twist on it.
Look, man. That's whatever. That's your thing, bro. It hasn't. I'm not calling you anything unmanly. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I'm not a social butterfly. There's no people, bro.
No, you are a social butterfly, bro.
How so? What I do?
You're a social guy. When you go out to places, you mingle, you greet.
I don't go
People
out,
know who you are, bro. Like you're a pillar of the community. You shake hands and kiss babies in the communities, bro. Like you are that guy. You are a traveler of all H-Town basketball courts, bro. That alone makes you.
What you talking about, man? See,
that alone makes you a social butterfly. There was a time where Young James Boogie was a basketball elite.
Stories, man.
So you mean to tell me that you weren't a basketball hooper on the south sides of town? I'm not, bro. There are times that family that I have, extended family who is from the north, ran up on you at a pickup game on the north. Yes or no?
Yeah, but
all right then, nigga. So all I said was the fact that you are a basketball traveler through the H alone makes you a social butterfly, bro. You meet people wherever you go. You're a social butterfly. It's okay, bro. Nothing wrong with this. Like a positive.
I'm gonna let you make it on this, man.
I mean, you're not gonna let me make it. I'm just saying it's a positive. You're not gonna let me make it. You're not letting me do anything. I'm telling you, you're a social butterfly, bro, and it's a positive.
I'm gonna let you make it in my mind. In my mind, I'm letting
in your rabbit ass mind, because you ain't letting me do nothing.
You know what I'm saying? The spirit of the Tiger King. You know what I'm saying?
We're talking about now. You can't be bitching at me about you think I said something that makes you unmanly while you got Tiger King behind you. That's all I'm gonna say.
You think that I'm okay. I don't want to go into that conversation, but so
I think you're what? And you can't bring it up and then don't bring it up.
No. You said so many things, and so many things I want to expound on what you said. I want to expound on your conversation.
We have nothing but time. Expound.
I know. So today I was at work.
You're not expounding, are you?
I'm been to. Let me tell you, bro.
Oh, okay.
I was at work today, and I so happened to see one of my ex-parents, a parent of a child that was in the program a couple years ago. I'm like, hey, how you doing? She's with child. Well, she just had a baby, probably like last year. And
why you throw that in there, bro?
I'm telling you why.
Okay.
So she's I'm like, where your son at? Oh, he playing next, whatever. Okay, yeah, how you been? Oh, good. I go, let me get back to work. So I'm the king of the halftime sideshow wherever I'm at. So that's what happened. She was asking me a question about the next game, and her baby, who made me like, I don't know, one. I was, every time the baby would say something, I would just tell the baby, the Rockets got a better team this year, and if they get a veteran or two, they might do something. The baby's like, yeah. So I'm talking to the mom, saying things to the baby, talking to the mom, saying to the baby. So, the baby gets away from the mom and runs off. So I go pick her up and like, hey, here you go. We're at a basketball game, And so as she walks off with the baby or tries to walk out, the baby's like, and she's like, my baby hates everybody. Why is she trying to get to you? I was like, I don't know. I'm a kid whisperer, So I don't know. I didn't say anything special to her. I didn't do anything. So to expound on your social butterfly conversation, it seems like I'm a social butterfly because, I might be around people or babies, and it just seems like, I'm being personable but I just have a magnet to sometimes, but I'm not necessarily just, hopping from place to place. I don't, but it is a running joke with the people who I peruse around the city with that I can't go nowhere because everywhere I go it's like, hey, how you doing? Hey, well, where you been at, bro? Oh, or hey, how you, hey, I like every single day and all around the city, literally all the time, every day. I feel like you have a very sneaky look about yourself sometimes. So
I feel like I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. I'm laughing on my head because all I said was that you are a traveler of the H. You are a social butterfly, and then you said you're not, and then you gave me an example to even prove more that you are, but then you're not. So
yeah, it's both things. I travel the H,
and I think it's a positive thing because you're not just bouncing around being a menace. You're bouncing around being a very positive, leaving positive impressions on the people in the city.
Okay, I can live with that one. That's where I wanted to try to get to. That's where I was trying to get to. That you're right, and that I do bounce around, but I'm not bouncing around, aimlessly. It's literally I'm going to a direct destination to do a direct thing. I'm going to work most of the time or going to. I like my get my tea. What's the name of this podcast, man?
Now let's begin the story.
That time, motherfuckers. Dub down, motherfuckers.
H-Town's finest 16 Shots Podcast. Yes. It is us. It is the 16 Shots Podcast with Young James Boogie. Hey, Dub.
Tell me how you took it. I'm going to tell you what I meant.
We are, our listeners should know, especially our faithful listeners, we are closing in on 2 years of doing this podcast, Young James Boogie. 2 years. Going into year 3, man, I got to switch the intro up, just like I switched it up going into year 2. So, you have any suggestions? You want to do a custom intro? You just want me to sit over here and be left to my, what is it?
Own devices?
Yeah.
Man, you have a little bit more free time than I do.
Damn.
Now.
Damn. What are you trying to say?
That's what you told me. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I said my schedule can be more maneuverable than you. Yeah, you're right. Well, I got more free time than you right now.
See, man, I know what you're trying to do, man.
No, I thought about it. No. I wasn't goading you into anything. I really sat down and thought about it.
Yeah, I think you might have a little bit of more free time than me.
Oh, I got a lot more free time than you until about January 12th. Then, yeah, I'm going to be back to the grind.
Back to the grind. So you got like a month and a half off, man. That's what's up, man.
I mean, I started a couple of situations, so I got some businesses rolling, so I'm not just free. So when I say I'm free, like I can move my time around.
A couple of businesses, man.
Just
talk to people about your businesses, man.
Nah. It ain't no like that. I ain't that player, bro. I'm broke. You know what I'm talking about?
I didn't say you had. Well, why do you assume? You know what? I had talk. I do talk with people.
I just like to say I'm broke. Just let everybody know I'm broke.
Okay. I don't know. How you feeling? How you feeling today, bro? How's you feeling? How's your health, man?
My health?
Yeah.
Can be better, but it's good.
Okay.
Which health? My physical health or my mental health?
Well, we'll start with physical and then go to your mental next.
Physical health is good. I'm fat. It can be better. I'm making strides daily. I'm changing up the diet, drinking less, moving around more. That kind of thing. Mental health wise is pretty good. Not dealing with too much nonsense. There is some nonsense going on, but it's not really my nonsense. So,
it's always nonsense going on, man.
Yeah. I mean, I told you a little bit about the nonsense.
Yeah. It's always nonsense going on, though. I feel you, though. It's not that it makes it better or worse, but I want to talk about Deion, man.
I took the kid before we get on Dion. I took the kid to the Army, bro. The kid signed up for the Army. He's leaving on the 3rd to go to the Army, man.
Man, that's one of them. It's one of them happy, sad things, man. I mean, happy, sad, man.
I think we had a pod once, and you asked, "Are there any regrets?" You asked that, right?
Yeah.
And so, as I was pondering this, I was sitting outside the place downtown when you pledge and sign your papers, sign 8 years of your life away to the government.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, and I saw the kids walking in and out, looking so excited, like, yeah, I'm in the United States military. Let's go.
Yeah.
And I asked myself, do I regret not going to the Air Force? Because I was there. I had the papers. All I had to do was sign. The recruiter lied to me. That's why I didn't go. And I was like, do I regret it? And I was like, I don't regret it. And if I had a do-over, would I go, though?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if I would go with a do-over. I'm not sure.
I don't know why, but I just thought that the wrong brother went to the Air Force because I couldn't go to the Air Force because of the height requirements.
No, see, that's the thing, though. It has nothing to do with you flying. So you could have definitely went to the Air Force.
Well, I can't go to the Air Force like I wanted to go because of the height requirements.
Oh, you want to fly a fighter jet?
If I was going to go, like, I wouldn't go. I mean, this is not saying nothing about nobody else in life. But if I'm going to the Air Force, I want to fly. If I'm going to the Navy, I want to, if I'm going to the Army, I want to do, groundwork or whatever. So, if I go to the Air Force, I want to fly. And they were like, well, we got high requirements for pilots or whatever.
See, so yes, and I could be wrong. I could have this totally wrong. But from my understanding, the fighter jet niggas, straight up from the academy, but if you 6 feet and up, you're definitely too tall. Now, I think you can fly the cargo jets, like the big jets. I think
that's not player at all.
Yeah, it's not player, but I think we could have got away with that. But
yeah, but that's not player. You're gonna be like, "What you doing? You finna, man, I'm finna take the cargo. My role is important, fool.
Oh,
it's important.
We could have flew helicopters in the Army.
Nah, man, I think helicopter is more okay. There's two inventions that I feel like these are the dumbest inventions ever in war. Helicopter is the second one. The first, what do you think the first I think is?
All right, if you think the helicopter is the second dumbest invention in war,
yeah,
I would assume the first dumbest invention in war, I would assume Boogie will say the gun.
No. The parachute, man.
Why is the parachute a dumb invention? I think the parachute saves lives.
Oh, the parachute might save lives, but the parachute, like, you're a sitting duck. Like, there's no maneuvering out of, like, even if you can't got the little thing, like, it's like, come on, man. Okay, yeah, man, look, man.
But
I see you, man.
I feel you on that. But I feel like I'm just thinking about me playing Warzone when I jump out the plane and I try to shoot a nigga with a parachute. You can't do that in the new one, but the old one you could, and I still would miss. So while I understand what? Yeah, bro, I'm saying I still would miss. I understand shooting, so I think that most foot soldiers might not be trained to snipe people out of the air that are parachuting. Now,
if you're parachuting, this is my ignorance of war, but if you're parachuting down, right, and I'm a shooter. First off, maybe I'm jumping up and down through history, but I'm hoping that I have an automatic or a semi-automatic weapon. And I would assume that if I shot 10 to 15 rounds in the general direction of this slow falling parachute.
But see, that's the thing, though. If you're actually a paratrooper, and this is my brain thinking, if you're actually a paratrooper, and you're parachuting in for battle, I don't think that you're going to be parachuting into any place that is that close where someone with the standard foot soldier rifle, fully or semi-automatic, whatever they got, can sit there and let off 20 rounds to hit you. A. B, if they do that, they're going to give away their position. So your people on the ground already are going to fuck them up anyway. So the only person you truly would have to worry about is snipers. But I still don't think you're parachuting in that close.
You ever seen World War II documentaries? You ever seen any World War II documentaries?
Of course I've seen them. But I've seen the people storming Normandy getting fucked up, storming the beach.
That's what I was saying. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen them like, because I've seen it be successful, but then even in success, I've seen a bunch of, like war is stupid, man. War is. I feel like if we in modern times, if the king and then I feel like the kings weren't even doing that shit, because you read about the medieval shit where the king went out first with the infantry. I don't think I think the king marched with the army, bro. But I think the king was on some hill so far away where if his army got fucked up, he could just retreat. I think it was very few kings who was on the front line scrapping with in the trenches, as we like to say. Well, I think that's the beauty of being a king, that you earn the right. Let me readjust my mic right here. Pause. You earn the right not to to get to be the king. In certain cultures and certain situations, you've earned the right. Like King Arthur earned the right to not have to scrap. You know what I'm saying? He pulled Excalibur.
That's because he was scrapping for kings, though.
I think that I'm always of the. How the fuck did we get here? I'm always of the.
Go ahead.
I'm always of the impression that the further back you go in the history of war, the more the kings and rulers had scrap game.
See, I don't know. I think
Genghis Khan had scrap game.
I feel like it's like the mafia niggas, where when Tony Soprano was younger, he fucked up enough niggas. Well, the legend, his stories of how he fucked up niggas made him like niggas scared of him. So he got to a point where he ain't have to do no dirt no more. He might, he might run up in the room after his goons then subdued you and like pow pow, but he ain't have to just get his hands dirty. Now, see, I wish I was born in medieval times so I could be a medieval warlord. I would have been the medieval warlord for whatever rich king who only is king because of a birthright, and I would have conquered lands for him, and then I would have been the one that ended up, on a stake in front of
impaled.
Vlad the Impaler would have impaled me because I would have tried to,
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? Like the leaders, the warlords, the Vlad the Impalers, the Eric the Reds, the Genghis Khans, even Joan of Arc. They had scrap game.
I was Joan of Arc in my former life.
They had scrap game. Whereas
hell, honestly, if you really want to be, Patton, General Patton was like a fucking legend, bro.
Yeah, George Washington had scrap game.
Who?
George Washington had scrap game.
The nigga with the wig and the wooden teeth?
His teeth weren't wooden, but yeah.
Well, back in the day, I thought dentures were wooden, bro. If I'm not mistaken.
His, though.
He didn't have dentures?
His were cow teeth.
Cow teeth?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro. That's a big-ass grill. Like, is that a flex?
Yeah.
So is that a flex back in the day for a dude to walk up in a kilt? I'm bald, but I got a wig on. And I lost my teeth, but I got cow teeth, my nigga.
Like, you ain't got these cows. You ain't got these Elsie's, fool.
I'm eating steak with cow teeth? Bro, how real is that?
I mean, different time, different flex, man.
Get your shit off about Deion. I already know you finna slander Deion. I don't have any slander for Deion Sanders, so I will let you have the floor, and I will let you get off everything that you want to get off about our great black Coach Prime.
Man, I'm looking like this.
Damn, that ain't what I meant. I meant to give you gunshots.
I'm gonna say it like this.
Get it off.
Whether I'm right or wrong, or however you feel about what I'm saying, anybody feel what I'm saying.
It's the way it's playing, man. Can't nobody be mad at your opinion.
But the way it's playing out to speak more to what I'm saying than to what, like,
no, it's not.
Case in point. His staff, right? He got 3 HBCU head coaches to come over there with him from different schools, right? He got this coach from Mississippi Valley State. He got and 2 other coaches, I believe. He got the students. He got his kids, of course, and some other students. He said, "I'm bringing my baggage with me and it's Louis to come over there with him," right? And so, at what point does it become like it kind of goes against the words he was saying to begin with, right? The words I was saying to begin with, I'm here to restore, blah blah blah, do. And people are like, "Oh yeah, he did a great job there," and that's not untrue. He did a great job, but in my great job, when I leave, I take what I brought. How great of a job was that? But was doing a great job really my focus? Like, it's to me, it's not about Deion. Deion can do whatever he wants to, but to me, it's more about our mindset as a culture. Our mindset as it's disappointing, bro. It's like sad, man. It's really sad at the end of the day if you start breaking it down to what it says. Like, if I tell you that black schools, the HBCUs are great, and we need to cherish these things, and then I leave after a couple of years or 3 years, there's not a sentence you can give me that somebody wouldn't from the outside look at. If I'm a white dude in Chicago, or a Mexican guy or a Mexican kid in Monterey, or somebody outside and look at it, how could they not think, well, if it's so great, why you leave?
So I think that piece, if it's so great, why you leave? I mean, I don't think that's relevant to it, because you can say that about any coach that leaves any situation.
No, we can't do that one.
Well, time out. No, listen, let me finish. I'll let you cook.
Yeah.
You can say that when Lane Kiffin leaves Tennessee, or you can say
we can't do that.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
You can say that when one of these white coaches leaves the PWI. That's a great situation to go somewhere else. I guess my question would be, have you been reading about the some of the things that are starting to come out about the situation in Jackson State?
I haven't heard one credible source coming out against Deion. I've heard credible sources say things about it, but I've seen.
You haven't heard a credible source come out against Deion?
No, I haven't heard a credible like a source that's like, I'm with Jackson State Financials, or I have I'm this person who's a media person who saw this, or I've seen.
Well, I mean, Deion started it 2 months ago. Like, this came out of Deion's mouth 2 months ago about some of the mismanaging of funds that pertain to selling out of stadiums, funds that were supposed to go to him and his coaching staff that was inside the contract, that they were trying to figure out where those funds went. Like, this isn't hearsay. This came out of Deion's mouth in an interview about 2 months ago. And the other piece is year 3 or 4, you've donated half your salary back to the school, and that's cool. And you've made improvements. You've tried to broker deals for better TV contracts that the school turned down. That's not hearsay, that's fact.
Oh, hold on. But what I'm saying is, you can't give a piece of the picture. You have to get the complete picture. The complete picture of why the school's turning it down is not because Deion wants a bigger piece, and wants a piece so big that it cripples the school. Like, it's not just saying that we turn it down or why you turn it down.
Well, what's the piece that he wants that's crippling the school?
Because if you're saying that we're trying to build this thing, because we have to start one with saying that the reason why you said you were coming here was, we cannot avoid what you said you were doing.
Hold on, but he did what he said he was going to do, though.
I ain't for my sentence. The reason why you said you were coming here was because you wanted to elevate HBCUs, not Jackson State, HBCUs. You wanted to keep the light on HBCUs. Now, and I also said as Deion that money is not an issue for me. That's why I'm donating half my salary. Okay. Money's not an issue for me. That's what he said. Now, so I took the money that I gave didn't start any projects. It helped complete projects that were already in session. We can't compare Deion Sanders to Lane Kiffin.
Why not?
Because they're not the same. They're not the same.
I'll let you finish. I don't agree, but I'll let you finish though.
Did Lane Kiffin go to Tennessee and say, "I'm here to restore the SEC to prominence"?
I think Deion Sanders did everything he said he was going to do.
Did Lane Kiffin say, "I'm coming to bring the SEC back to prominence"?
He didn't, but Deion Sanders did everything he said he was going to do.
Hold on. So, but I'm saying if I said I'm here to do something,
but he did it.
If I said that God sent me here to do something,
but he did it.
Hold on, how? But I'm saying so God told you to come here and do this thing, and then when you get to a point, take everything away.
He's not taking everything away.
Am I taking my players with me?
He's taking 10 players.
Am I taking coaches from other schools?
Time out. He's taking 10 players. And whether he was going to Colorado after the end of this season or not, that doesn't guarantee that those 2 coaches that left weren't going to leave anyway. So you can't say that.
It does.
You can't say that.
Watch this. Hold on. Watch this.
That's horseshit, bro.
Watch this. Did the coach from Mississippi Valley State just sign a 5-year extension this year?
It don't matter what he signed. He can leave whenever he wants to.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Did he just sign a 5-year extension?
I don't know. You're telling me he signed a 5-year extension. Okay, that's
this
cool.
Year.
You can sign a 10-year extension this year, and if you choose to leave, you can leave.
So
that doesn't mean anything.
Hold up. So what you're saying is that he signed a 5-year extension to stay there this year, and then Deion says, "Hey, come me to Colorado," and he leaves. But that's just coincidence.
They do it every day in sports, JB.
Once again,
time out. On some real shit. No, on real. Time out. Stop with the once again. Don't act like. Don't sit here and act like in sports you can sign an extension on Tuesday. And a month from now, you know what? It's a better situation over here. I'm gonna leave this situation. That's the whole reason why the transfer portal is what it is now, because kids can leave if their coach decides to leave. It was like if the coach can break contract and leave, how come the kid is being punished? So don't act like and see, that's what I'm saying. Don't act like in college sports that this isn't a yearly thing. Coaches will sign an extension and leave the same year they sign that extension anywhere. So don't try to make it seem like all of a sudden because Deion is leaving and going to Colorado and these coaches are deciding to go, you're demonizing him because they chose to leave. He didn't make them leave. They chose to leave.
We can, if the conversation is Deion is just like any other coach, if that's the conversation, then we can live in. I can live in that world that Deion he's another coach. That's all he is, right?
After year 3 or 4. Deion is just another coach that saw a better opportunity and decided to take it.
Listen to what I'm saying. Okay, that's how you feel.
That is how I feel.
But what I'm saying is, regardless of what anybody feels about what he did, I'm not talking about what he did. I'm talking about what he said. The words he said and what he said he was going to do, what he said he was here for. And so now when I take those words that he said and the actions that came out, they didn't match.
No, and that's the part I don't agree with. I feel like Deion did everything that he said he was going to do. It never was going to only be on the backs of Deion. Deion actually reached out to some other black people of billionaires or whatever, however you say it, to invest in the SWAC, to invest in HBCUs, and I don't think they really did. So
who did he reach out to? Who did he reach
apparently
out to?
He reached out to all of his celebrity friends that he could. And so now you tell me how many of them invested in the SWAC or HBCUs that you know of? Because some of them,
I know Terrell did. I know Owens did.
Some of them may have, and we don't know.
I know, yeah. So
I'm talking about the billionaires. I'm talking about the niggas that. Excuse me. I'm talking about the people who say that they want to make the black movement, the black movement move.
Yeah.
And got the dollars to do it.
Okay.
He said he reached out to these people.
All right. Yeah. Give me a conversation that you can have about Deion and this that doesn't involve money.
What you mean?
Give me a conversation about this situation about Deion that doesn't involve money.
As in,
because every time you bring up a better situation or they didn't pay or whatever, I'm gonna come back to what this man said. You can't skip over what he said. Not you in person, but we.
Well, tell me what he said, and then tell me, did he not do that at Jackson State?
He said this is not about money.
Okay.
He said I'm here for the long haul.
Time out, right there.
Yeah.
It's not about money.
Yeah.
If he said it's not about money, and then what did he do with his salary?
He donated.
He donated half his salary back. Cool. Bet. Yeah. Now tell me what Jackson State's record was pre-Deion, and tell me what it is after year 3.
They were 5-5 his first year. They were 11-2 second year, 12-0 next year.
What did they do the last 2 years of the 3 years?
They won the SWAC.
All right, cool. Now, with that being said, what happened with Jackson State and the SWAC since Deion has been the coach? Everywhere Jackson State plays, what happens?
The numbers go up.
But what else happens? What happens?
I don't know. I don't know where you're going.
Stadium sell out. They get TV time. They get ESPN time.
Yeah.
They're literally at times.
They only ESPN 3 times.
No, when I say they get ESPN time, literally, you have ESPN talking about Bama and Georgia, Jackson State, because Coach Prime and his team has done something, and they were getting.
It's the first time that happened, bro. What do you mean?
Okay.
What you mean? I'm saying it's not you saying like that, like he. I'm saying that he was the first person to ever have ESPN.
I'm gonna just tell. Were your eyes on Jackson State before Coach Prime got there?
The SWAC has definitely had.
Were your eyes on Jackson State University before Coach Prime got there?
So okay, no. So what you're saying is him bringing that limelight to Jackson State. That's what he came to do. To have them.
Deion Sanders 100% brought, and I'm not saying that the SWAC has never had spots in the spotlight, because they have, but they've had it before Deion. The SWAC was once, a top tier conference. Yeah. What I'm saying is, of recently, when he said he wanted to bring prestige back to the SWAC, I do think Deion Sanders did that, because for the last 3 years, they have been they talked about nothing but Jackson State University and what they've been doing in the SWAC. They've done that.
Okay.
And it has to take more than Deion. Deion Sanders can stay in the SWAC for 10 years. It would have to take more than just Deion. He would need help from outside avenues. He would need help from the SWAC conference to actually get better deals. And I can agree with you. If he stays 8 years instead of 3, that can give the conference more time to leverage having Deion in the conference to get some better TV deals, to do some better things for the rest of the SWAC. Might even, draw in some bigger name coaches as well. So I can agree with you with that.
Freeze right there. So when I say the disappointment is right there is my disappointment. That's my disappointment, is that what everybody in America knew, what I know, is that the longer he stays there, the better it is for the conference. That's not in debate. When he says, I'm going to stay here for the long haul, that is, oh shit, okay, now we're going to have a chance to build something.
Right. I think as knowing college sports, knowing college sports and coaching and tiers of jobs and what they do, I didn't expect Deion Sanders to stay in Jackson State past 4 years, to be honest with you. I knew that he wanted to climb a coaching ladder. I think I knew he wanted to climb. I knew Jackson State wasn't going to be his first and last coaching gig as a college coach. I knew that. You had to know that.
What I'm saying is,
I didn't see Deion Sanders at Jackson State past 4 years. To be honest with you, I didn't see.
And what I'm saying is, some of the disappointment is in myself, that I believed what he was, because he was selling wolf tickets, bro. Like, he was like, if you can't say in one note that he said I'm here for the long run, but I didn't really believe he's gonna be there more than 3 or 4 years.
Well, I never said he was gonna be there for a long haul.
No, that's what he said.
Oh, I know. No. I mean, I know he said that, but I didn't. He could say what he want to say. I wasn't expecting Deion Sanders to be at Jackson State past 4 years. To be honest with you,
and my thing is, and if this happens a lot with how we treat celebrities, whether it be Kanye West or Deion Sanders or any, we don't hold them accountable, bro. For like we are allowed to hold celebrities accountable because their celebrity and their fame is not on the backs of just them. 100% it's on the backs of the people who give them this celebrity. So when we invest our like, there are kids in this world that didn't have money and that only can get one thing for Christmas, and they said, I'm getting a Deion Sanders jersey when they was at the Cowboys.
Let me stop right there. Let me stop right there. What does that have to do with coaching?
Listen, let me finish. There are kids who didn't have money or parents didn't have money who man, I just love Deion Sanders. Those kids are adults now. They followed Deion his career. They've invested in him, and he in turn has been an inspiration to people. So now, when it comes to this point, we say, okay, this is a person who we've invested and we've given time and sweat equity and fame, and we roll with Deion. He in turn said, you know what, man, I'm finna get down with the HBCUs, and we finna hit for the long run. I'm here, what he said he's gonna do. To his credit, he also said, if somebody else called me though, I'm gonna take a look at it.
He's always said that. Matter of fact, he actually said
that was the first sign.
He actually said, I owe it to my coaches on my staff to look at other situations seriously if they arise. Because he's going to take most of his coaching staff with him. So, and he also said, look, I can take another job financially. It ain't going to do nothing for me, but it can financially do something for these coaches I'm going to bring with me. It can professionally do something for these coaches I bring with me as well. So he also said that after year one.
That's short term though, bro.
It's not short term at all.
Why short term?
Why?
To me, because, okay, perfect world scenario. Deion, I go to Colorado, I bring my coaching staff and get 10 coaches that go from making the head coach in Mississippi Valley is making $64,000 a year. He goes from making $64,000 a year to $120,000 a year, right? He gets a look at a big college, you know what I'm saying? He goes off, and now he can go to coach at another D1 school. He might get to go to Wyoming and get the job at Wyoming, right? And now he can hire black coaches to come to Wyoming, right? Now, and that can keep going on until it's black coaches at all the D1 schools. What the fuck happened to the HBCUs?
Well, how you know these coaches are how you know these coaches want to have their final stop in college? Some of these coaches have aspirations to be position coaches in the NFL, assistant coaches in the NFL, things like that. So not every
what happens
coach,
to HBCUs though?
What you mean? Not every coach has the aspiration to start coaching at a HBCU and that's it. Like people I
asked you what happens to that. Like from the model that you're saying, what happens? Like if the model is I'm looking for the bigger job because that's the bigger job. What I'm saying is the connotation, the thought process was to bring the HBCUs to be the destinations.
Yeah, but it should be a destination for players, for up and coming coaching talent as well. So just because one crew of coaches comes through and then they progress to another job, that also makes room for another set of talent to come through and pick up where they left off. Like Deion Sanders left the blueprint of what to do. Deion Sanders.
How?
What do you mean? How he recruits? How he taught his players to be men? How they carried themselves around the campus? The things that he instilled in the coaches and how to coach the kids or the young men?
I disagree.
How do you disagree?
Because what do you think that Deion said that Eddie George is not? You think what I'm saying is Deion's recruiting, Deion's draw at Jackson State had nothing to do with his football acumen as a coach. It had everything to do with him being Deion Sanders.
How do you know that he didn't have scouts?
Because he had no acumen as a college coach.
How do you know that he didn't have scouts that he got with and sent out and looked for certain talent?
I'm saying he had no acumen as a college coach. So when you're saying that he
was a first year college coach, but how do you know he didn't come in with certain recruiting tactics or certain kids or young men that he wanted to seek out and target to recruit?
How do you know he did?
Well, he said he did, but I'm asking you how you know he didn't. You're refuting
no, I'm
that
saying,
he did.
How do you? What I'm saying is this: we can't be hypothetical and not.
But you're being hypothetical. Though.
No,
you're
I'm
not being
saying,
realistic.
We know for a fact that Deion Sanders is a draw. Like if
of course, Deion Sanders is a draw to come play for Coach Prime. That's why they're probably going to change this whole transfer portal thing, because the moment he took the job, you know how many people hit that transfer portal?
Exactly.
You got two old linemen from Alabama. You got a wide receiver from one spot. You got another wide receiver from Alabama. You got one of Alabama's top cornerbacks leaving to go to Colorado, trying to go.
It was 120 different transfer portals.
It was actually like 240 the day he chose to take the job. 240 kids hit the transfer portal.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, this is not a knock on Deion at all. But I'm saying, like, let's be realistic. Deion Sanders, that's like if Michael Jordan goes to his team, I'm coaching. You think it's not people gonna be like, man, I'm gonna play with Jordan? Like, we can't pretend like, oh, he left a blueprint. Just come in and do what I did. I can do everything you do, Deion. I'm not Deion. So I can do everything Deion does to the T, but I'm not Deion.
I think there are things that Deion did that were outside of him just saying, I'm Deion, come play for me. There are other things he did. So I think to say that there aren't other things that he did that made him successful at Jackson State, it's kind of like a slap in the face.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
He's more than just his name. He just leveraged his name. Yeah, he leveraged it. He's Deion Sanders, bro. He's more than just his name, but he leveraged his name at the same time.
But I'm saying, how you say? Oh, listen to what you said. You said he's more than his name.
He's more than his name. Yeah, he's more than just his name. But he also leveraged his name. But he's more than just his name, though.
Okay, so what other coach? There's other players and other Hall of Famers that coach in the SWAC. Can Eddie George leverage his name to get Under Armour to give them a whole new set of jerseys every year?
No, because he's not Deion Sanders.
Eddie George is a Hall of Famer, though, right?
But Eddie George can leverage his name to get some shit for his team. Yes.
Hold up, but he's a Hall of Famer, right?
Yeah, I just said he can leverage his name to get some things. But he
hasn't, though.
Time out. We don't know that. You don't know that.
We know for a fact that Under Armour didn't give Tennessee State brand new jerseys every game.
I understand that, but you also don't know if there are things that Tennessee State has now that they didn't have that Eddie George has brought to their program. Name me some things that were there that weren't there before that Eddie George has now brought, or tell me if you can actually tell me if Eddie George has made a difference by being in Tennessee State.
What I'm saying.
No, I'm asking. No, tell me.
I'm asking a question. To answer that question, I'm saying that Eddie George, of course, has made changes, and of course, him coming there has been a highlight to that school. But if we're going to say that Eddie George coming is the same as Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
I never said that. It's only one Deion Sanders.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
So at this point, it don't matter when he leave. It doesn't matter. No. If I go by what you're saying it doesn't matter when he leave, and even if after year 4 he didn't get a proper extension, he didn't get any more money, he didn't get any more upside for him to stay there and left, y'all will still be upset.
Hold on. But once again, you cannot make this conversation without saying the word money.
I never said money.
You just said money.
It can't be all about money if the man gave back half his salary. So it's not all about money.
So if it's not about money, then why do I care if they can't give me more money?
So you want them to work for free?
No, but I'm asking you, if it ain't about money, if this conversation is not about money, if Deion being here or there is not about money, because it's what it's not what JB is saying. This is what Deion is saying. I'm here for the long haul.
But JB is making it about money.
Deion Sanders walked to Jackson State knowing there was $100 million plus in the hole. He knew that coming in.
Yeah.
So to say I'm going over there for greener pastures, bruh, come on, man.
But you don't know everything we don't know everything that has been going on within that organization since he's been there, the improvements he's made, and maybe some things he's trying to get done that he can't get done. We don't know the full story. So until we actually know the full story, I don't think that you can actually persecute him and say the things that you're saying. That's all I'm saying.
But you're saying I'm persecuting him
because you have and it's not a bad thing. It's your opinion, and you're entitled to the opinion. You have repeatedly made it seem that he only left for the bag, and it's all about money. That's what
he said.
That's not all he said, though.
That's exactly what he said.
That is not exactly what he said, and that's the problem. That is not exactly. Go ahead.
He said,
and then we're gonna go somewhere else because we 50 minutes.
He said, I need to get better resources. I need to get some money for my coaches so my coach staff can get paid more. He said I can touch more people because they have more. They have a larger reach than this school. Mm-hmm. And what I'm saying is, you didn't even get the reason why Colorado has a larger reach than Jackson State University is because Colorado doesn't have this, has not had the hindrances and the situational poverty that Jackson State has had. You, Deion Sanders, didn't even give the SWAC a chance. You're talking about 3 years of football compared to 50 years of football, and not me. I didn't think that he was going to change the entire SWAC in 10 years, but I did think that because of the differences in the way that money is spent and used, because of the portal, because of all these same things that he's doing at Colorado State, he didn't get a chance, bro. He didn't get a chance to even compete against D1 schools at Jackson State. So, what did you really do? You won the SWAC and you had 5-star players.
Did you say what did he really do?
Bro,
did you say that?
5-star. You had 4 and 5-star players. The first 4 and 5-star players to go to these schools ever.
How many? Time out. How many 5-star recruits Deion had on the team? Name them, please. Name them.
He had 2. I don't know the name, but he had 2. I know he had 2.
Which 2?
He had the wide receiver dude, I think.
Hunter is one. Hunter is the wide receiver / cornerback. That's one. Name me the other one.
Okay.
Who's the other?
I forgot his name.
Because his son even won the 5-star or 4-star, 5 or 4-star recruit. So name it up.
Did he have higher recruits than any other school in the SWAC? Yes, that's undoubtable. He had better talent than any other school in the SWAC. The other schools in the SWAC didn't even get a chance to be able to go to kids and be like, yeah, man.
So you're telling me that the other schools in the SWAC, you telling me that the other schools, so you're telling me the other schools in the SWAC didn't have a chance to recruit? All right, make your last point. Exactly, make your last point, then we're going to move to the next topic.
You got recruited in high school, right?
Did I what?
You got recruited in high school, right?
Yeah, I ran into the same situation you ran into at TSU.
Watch this.
No, time out. Acknowledge that though. Acknowledge that.
Let me finish my sentence.
Acknowledge that though.
Let me finish my sentence.
Time out. I want you to acknowledge that.
But how come you're not letting me send my?
I'm letting you. I want you to acknowledge that I ran into the same situation at TSU that you did. Now, what
that they were recruiting out of Mississippi?
That they weren't recruiting no talent out of Texas.
Houston. Yeah, you're right.
All right, thank you, Nick. Now make your point so we can go to the next one.
Now look, so you got to recruit out of high school. When they come to you, and I'm a school that's not Oklahoma, and I come to you, 100% of the time, I'm telling you, hey, we play these guys, and these guys. You're going to be playing against the best talent, blah, 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 blah. I can say that, right? I had that opportunity. Every school that recruited me, every recruiter worth 2 cents tells the players, if they're not that school, we're going to be playing that school. The draw of the SEC is not because of Alabama. It's because of Alabama. It's because, you playing against Alabama, Georgia. You're playing against the best talent in the nation, right? So at what point was it allowed, or was it allowed to cultivate to where PV, Alcorn State, Grambling, these other schools could have a class where we're saying, look, you see that powerhouse over there, Jackson State? We play them. They didn't get a chance to have it, because however you want to frame it, 3 years in college football and you're not playing, that's not enough time, bro. And like I said, it's not an indictment of Deion. It's just a fact that it didn't get to grow. And the only reason it didn't get to grow is because he left so early.
Don't throw fact on there. Throw opinion.
It's a fact, bro.
It's not a fact. So don't throw a fact on there. Throw opinion. What you got next?
It's fact, bro. So it's a fact.
Don't throw fact on there. Please throw your opinion
out of your brain. You said this. You said, man, it'd have been. We can end on this. Would it have gotten bigger if he stayed for 8 years?
Of course, if Deion Sanders stayed in the SWAC for 8 years, that he would have had, it would have gotten bigger than what it did after 3. Now we don't know where we don't know where the ceiling would have hit. The ceiling could have hit the ceiling could have hit in year 4, year 5. We don't know that.
We'll never know.
Because you also have to. It can't be just Prime.
I'm not saying that.
No, listen to what I'm saying. It can't be just Prime. It got to be another draw coming in. The actual conference got to be doing the things they need to do. And if, just like any other person in any other industry we forecast, we look at what's ahead and we look at what happened in the past and if we're growing. And if you don't see the right growth potential, you make a decision. Maybe.
So you think Colorado has a better growth potential than HBC than Jackson State?
If you're asking me, do I think Colorado has a better growth potential now that they actually changed their academic admissions to coincide with the hiring of Coach Prime? Colorado probably does have more upside if in some of the things he might be looking for. It has to be because he left Jackson State to go there. So whatever some of the things are that we don't know that he was looking for as in growth potential and upside, he had to have seen that in Colorado because he wouldn't have left Jackson State to take the job.
But no, man. At the end of the day, and this is the part that I think the part. What I'm saying is, you keep thinking I'm making it about Prime, and it's not about Prime. He just happened to be the person that did it. He ain't the only one who does it, and we've seen this over and over again. It's like their grass ain't greener, their ice ain't colder, and when the optics of it from the outside looking in, from anybody, like people who are not connected to football at all, people who don't care about football, boosters who look at it. If I'm a Jackson State booster and I'm like, okay, I got Prime, the first year, he just come there to blah, blah, blah. Second, okay, he stayed. Okay, now they undefeated. Yeah, now I'm going to my pocketbook. I'm like, he's showing me a track history that he's blah, 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 right? And then he leaves.
I'm going to ask you one question about that. Where were the boosters before Prime got there?
They weren't there.
All right, cool.
Apparently.
What you got in that shit? They can miraculously show up once Prime got there. There have been graduates of Jackson State before the last 3 years. So if they actually had boosters, alumni, and other people who wanted to invest in the school of Jackson State University in Mississippi, they would have already been investing before Prime got there. So just because Prime was there, now all of a sudden I want to throw my dollars in the school because Deion Sanders is here. That's
exactly.
That's part of the problem.
Why are they coming to Colorado?
That's part of the problem there. Colorado has had a prestige booster and alumni donation program way before Coach Prime got there. So that's not the issue. The issue in Colorado is that they just suck in football.
No. The issue is that Colorado also doesn't have the shackles on it that Jackson State has, because Colorado,
cool.
This is off of Prime.
Nah, we get off of football. We're off of football. What's the next subject?
Listen to what I'm saying.
No, we're off of football. This is we've been here for an hour, bro.
Let me finish. Let me finish what I'm saying. Let me finish what I'm saying. Colorado hasn't had the economic shackles that Jackson State has had. This has nothing to do with Prime. This has to do with government funding and lack thereof. It's documented. It's a federal case that's going on right now against HBCUs. I mean, from HBCUs against the government, saying that there's no reason why Colorado, a state university, should be getting $75 million a year or $85 million a year of state funds, and another school that's a state school in the same only gets $1 million. Misappropriation of funds from the government, this has nothing to do with Prime. This is just saying that there are factors that even if all the boosters do give money to what you call it for any reason, they're $100 million in the hole to begin with. That has nothing to do with football, basketball, soccer, nothing. They're in the hole. So Colorado, you can't. It's not fair. This is a racism. This is a economic thing. If you say, well, you're a black guy, he's a white guy, both of y'all went to school, you should be able to make it. Both of y'all went to school, right? But you have to also say, well, shit, he lives in the neighborhood where he has to walk 10 miles to get to the bus. He doesn't have the economic or the home background to help him with his homework. He doesn't have all these things that this person has. So just because they have the same situation on this in this setting, there's so many other factors that are making it double as hard for this person. But you're expecting, oh yeah, I did it. Look at me. I went to school and I went to college and made it. How come you can't go to college and make it? Because you didn't have the path that I had, which is the same thing with Colorado and Jackson State, which is why it was so important for us to be able to have a person who didn't have to come here in the first place to come and be like, hey man, look, I'm gonna be the one that starts. I'm gonna be the catalyst. But money was the most important thing.
What you got next? I saw what you did there. What you got next?
Well,
no, what you got next?
No. I'm just saying that was the.
What you got next?
Man, our guests didn't show up, man. So, I had our itinerary and everything, man.
Oh, we could talk about it. Shit, they didn't show up. But what was the next topic? I know you only ain't had Dion to talk about.
I mean, man, R. Kelly dropped the album.
Kelly dropped the album from jail. Really. First off, was it from jail or was it something he already had done?
I mean, see, man, I ain't the smartest person in the room, man.
Hold on, time out. Press pause.
What?
In progress.
Yeah, so, like, I think a lot of the things that happen.
We was talking about Kells, bro. Kells dropped the album.
Yeah. I'm trying to say it the right way.
I'm asking the question: why you pondering how you gonna say what you're gonna say?
Yeah.
So, question for you, because I don't know: is this something that he recorded in jail, or was this finished before jail?
It don't even matter, man.
It do matter because he said that he was. Let me rephrase that. I don't know if he said this. Mm-hmm. Word on the street is he was answering some of our questions that we wanted to know.
I mean, it don't even matter, bro.
Why they pull it off of streaming? I wanted to at least hear what Kells had to say, man.
It don't even matter because
it matters to me.
What I thought about? When I heard it that he had an album out?
It matters to me.
Well, I'm not saying it don't matter in general. I'm saying like it's crazy. It's crazy how selectively upset or moral people are when it comes to things. Like it's like they ain't pulled none of King Von's albums off streaming. They ain't pulled none of Kanye West songs off streaming.
So why would they pull Kanye and King Von though?
King Von killed a bunch of people, bro.
Oh, they ain't pull Elvis though. Elvis is a known pedophile.
Exactly. So why they pulling R. Kelly?
Man, you know how they do, bro. I don't know. Like I feel like we treat, and I think you said this before, bro. Like we be counseling ourselves, bro. We be treating ourselves worse than we treat anybody else. And I feel like he got pulled off because maybe a certain group had an outrage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's like it's to me, it's like it's fake outrage, bro. It's not a certain group. It's like, well, I mean, it is. It's like it's crazy to me, bro. Like I'm not saying to me, I'm like, man, I don't think R. Kelly should be. Like it's just like, who makes these rules, man, and why do we follow them, man?
R. Kelly not even in jail for the pedophilia, though. That's the crazy part, bro. He in jail for some shit with some trafficking of adult women. It's weird.
I mean,
honestly, I don't even know what the nigga in jail for. I'm not even finna sit here and make it seem like I know what he in jail for. I feel like it was a technicality that they got him in jail for, and he might get out. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what R. Kelly in jail for, bro.
to me, it don't really matter because, like, it's like I said, man, like.
And you're right. You said something one time, bro. A lot of these females, like all of these females, was in an uproar when that Surviving R. Kelly shit came out, and it seemed like he didn't really go to jail until the Surviving R. Kelly shit came out. And it's like that shit came out. Them young ladies did like a little press release or press run. They did like the spinoff to the spinoff. One of them dropped a single off the shit. It just seemed real weird and nasty, bro. And then all these females had outrage, and I'm probably gonna hope I don't get canceled. All these females was outraged about it, and then within 6 months, all these females still two-stepping to R. Kelly when they played in the club. They still jamming it in their highs. And you right, they did the whole little TikTok tap challenge to it. And all these celebrities, backpedal like, I'm gonna still listen to them. They did the same thing with Tory Lanez. When they tried to cancel Tory for the Meg shit, then 6 months later, everybody was still jamming Tory Lanez. So, I don't know. It's weird
It's
to me,
selective,
bro.
man. It's selective, bro.
It's selective morality, bro. They like, look, man, stand on what you stand on, bro. You can still listen to R. Kelly and be against pedophilia, bro. Like, I'm talking about, like,
that's what I'm saying, but that sounds crazy, don't it? That sounds crazy. Like, you can still, I'm not saying that you're wrong or right or wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying it sounds crazy to say, man, you can still listen to him just because he fuck little kids don't mean you. It's like, I don't know. It's like I said, it's like, if that's the case, bro, if we stand up on things, if we standing up against, people who are wrong or people who are bad, then why, how come they ain't pulled King? How come they ain't pulled T.I.? How come they ain't pulled all these other people who have these similar accusations? Like Lil Boosie, damn, he told you I had a prostitute for my 15-year-old son. Lil Boosie had a killer, a dude is doing time in prison right now, a minor, for being Boosie killer, man.
Well, he ain't a minor now though. He was a minor then. He an adult now.
That's what I'm saying. He was a minor then. He got juvenile life,
like a 16-year-old or something like that, wasn't he?
He was 15.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, But see, like, people
how can you get so mad?
People are, sometimes people are hypocrites, bro. They don't. What is that shit my T lady used to tell me when I was a kid? She was like, you can't point. Don't point your finger at somebody because you might point one at somebody, but three more pointing back at you. So you gotta, you gotta look inside your own closet before you cast judgment on somebody. And I think if we actually did that as a society, it'd be a lot less outrage because people will realize some of the shit that they do on a daily basis or some of the things that they have done. And also because my mama told me that I started pointing like this.
I'm gonna say, I'll be thinking to myself, I'm like, man, what's the word?
I don't know.
Accountability, man, is the word, bro. Accountability is the word, man.
Yeah, but see, people be having fake accountability because people want to make everybody else accountable for some shit, but they don't want to be accountable for their own shit. So instead of them being accountable for the things that they do, they'll want to push that shit off on somebody else, and they'll blame somebody else for some shit they going through, and they won't hold themselves accountable. Or they might want to hold someone else accountable, but not look at themselves. That's why I try to be self-accountable first. I look at myself first. I hold myself accountable first. I don't blame nobody for my missteps and things that have happened. And then I roll from there.
Well, I ain't mean it in that essence. I mean it like you have to be accountable for what you know and what you don't know, what you're informed on and what you're not informed on, what you're really taking time to research and what you haven't, right? So like Herschel Walker and what's his name, right?
Warnock?
Yeah, Warnock. And like, oh, they just wanted Herschel Walker because he has to do what they say, right? But they don't have nothing to do with the 1.6 million people that voted for him, right?
Oh, a lot of people voted for Herschel Walker because they didn't believe in Warnock. And I don't know if that's a testament to Warnock or if Herschel Walker was that compelling to be able to capture that many votes. I don't know which one it is.
But I'm saying like the speech about, man, this was not even debatable. Like Herschel Walker was handled by the Republican Party.
100%.
Literally had people on the side of him say this. And you know what I'm saying? And people watched that.
Fam, that nigga was talking about vampires and werewolves.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And people watched that And people didn't say, "Oh, I'm not gonna vote for him because," or people watched that and didn't say, "Dang, they trying to use this man." People watched that and was like, "Well, you know, the Republican Party is using them, so it's okay." Like, so people are totally complacent with letting somebody else make decisions through somebody else. Like, that's crazy to me, bro.
mean, they did the same thing
I'm not informed on what's going on.
They did the same thing with Reagan, though. I mean, it's not the first time. It won't be the last time. Let's keep it above.
But I'm saying, it's like, that's what I'm saying, accountability. Like, man, Brittany Griner got out of jail, right?
Oh, talking about, I got a funny story, bro, because you're being way too serious for this pod. Way too serious. So, I've been on my social medias, and I've been seeing, I saw all the smoke. They had their shirts. Something about finally BG is free or free BG. And then I seen a bunch of hashtags, free BG, hashtags, BG home. And the first thing that came to my mind was like, how are these niggas, like, where all these niggas come from that was finally just happy that BG, King of Chopper City, is hot?
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me. They weren't talking about the hot boy. They was talking about Brittany
Griner. Oh. She did kind of steal his BG.
Yeah, bro. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
My thinking that, see, you didn't laugh, bro. When I thought it was BG from Chopper City, aka the Hot Boy, it was very hilarious, bro. I told my wife, and she was rolling on the floor. Everyone I told this to was extremely happy and laughing, bro. But you want to be super serious and shit. Go ahead, man.
No, I'm just saying, man.
Tell your Brittany Griner shit, bro.
No. I'm just saying, it's just like the conversation that you hear from people, man. It's like, that shit is depressing. Like, from just, it gets more and more and more and more and more depressing. The more you hear people talk about
what they say. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't. All right, let me preference this. I'm not saying that Brittany Griner's life wasn't worth it. Her life was 100% worth it to get her out of this Russian jail. All right, and this has nothing to do with Brittany Griner personally. I don't believe that we should have given up the merchant of death for a professional player. Has nothing to do with Brittany Griner. I am glad that she is not in the labor camp and that she is back in H-Town or wherever she lives.
In San Antonio right now, they're doing tests on her to make sure she ain't got no
wires. I'm just saying, if we gave up the merchant of death. Now, look, I'm not up to speed about the ex-Marine who said his Russian homeboy handed him a flash drive in 2018, and he's got caught on spy charges and espionage. If you ask me, he was working for the government and he just took one for the team, because if I'm a spy, I can't say, hey, U.S. government, come get me, I was spying for y'all. You got to take one for the team. What I'm saying is, if I give you the merchant of death, I need two in a possible. I need two refugees or whatever they call. I need two prisoners of war or two prisoners and a future pick. For the merchant of death?
Yeah.
Bro, the merchant of death? This nigga got caught doing everything that you don't want U.S. citizens to do with the Second Amendment right. He's doing everything that you don't want them to do, bro. You let that nigga go?
I mean, there's another conversation that he killed over 3 million Africans, but
I didn't even get to that. That's what I'm saying, bro. I didn't even get to the real shit.
But what I want to say is this: it's like, more than that, more than all those conversations, not more, but what makes it weird is like,
hold on, this is my last point. I'm gonna let you cook. The fact that he personally funded civil wars in Africa, like he just gave both sides not thousands, tens of thousands of close to millions of guns to both sides in Africa. A man of Caucasian skin. I don't know what the Russians are. I'm assuming they like white people. A European person just dropped all of these guns in Africa for Africans to kill themselves. And you let him go for one person? Nah, I need like 3. if I'm gonna let them go.
I think that it shows the strength of social media and how it's like people, there are more uninformed people than there are informed people.
In what regard? Because I don't get all my news from social media, but I've seen a lot, not just like a lot of people like, yeah, we glad she back, but I don't think that was smart. Like that wasn't good. Like, nah.
But the only reason she would be back is because there was like you got the WNBA Free Britney, right? And it's like, to an extent, you're like, man, I don't know, to even take it a step further or to maybe lighten it up a little bit. Like the WNBA is so stupid, they won't even lower the goals, man. The WNBA is so egotistical and so hell bent on trying to prove a point that they won't lower the goals.
I mean, they ran on when I say they, and I'm not meaning this in a negative way, women ran on that whole campaign of women can do anything that men can do. And you saw the no, I can't. Yes, you can. No, I can't. Like, they're not gonna lower the goals, bro.
But let me show you how stupid and how dumb and how fucking insane that is.
Don't use those words.
I'm gonna say it's stupid and insane. I'm gonna tell you why.
Don't use those words.
It's stupid, dumb, and insane.
Don't use those words, Book.
Listen, why? Listen. What size is the ball?
The ball is smaller.
Why is the ball smaller?
Because they have smaller hands.
So why wouldn't the goal be lower?
I mean, we've had females who can dunk on 10 foot. I mean, shit, Brittany Griner can.
Listen what I'm saying. No, you're missing the point. If I take a smaller ball and throw it into a bigger hole, that's cheating, bro. That's literally cheating, bro.
Is the European ball different, though?
No, it's just a different color. It's the same size. If I take a smaller ball and put it the goal is the same size.
It is.
So what? So same height. I got a smaller ball.
Floor is the same dimensions, right?
No, it just changed. It just changed it last year. But for the longest, the 3-point line was closer. The ball is smaller.
I'm talking about the court period, though. The court is actually the same dimensions, though, right? Like but the
3-point line is closer.
I get that.
It was.
My question is if the Lakers need to play an emergency game and the Spark just played outside of the 3-point line, not being where it should be, is the actual court the same dimensions?
I think so.
Okay.
But that don't mean nothing because the ball is smaller.
The ball is smaller, Boo, yes.
So it's like that's like so I'm saying is if the ball is a half an inch smaller, man, you can put 3 WNBA balls into the goal. You can put 2 NBA balls in the goal at the same time.
Okay.
So why is the goal higher, bro? Make the goal smaller. Because that's ego.
Maybe you should you should petition that to the WNBA. Because you are a skilled basketball veteran. You are a officiator of the game. And I think you can make a strong argument to the WNBA about why they should lower the goals. What do you think they should lower the goals to?
The 9.5, bro. The WNBA MVP Della Dawn said the same thing, bro. It's printed women said the same thing,
what
bro.
She said?
That they should lower the goals.
I think it would be. I think that if more fans that's the other piece. I don't know if the fan base of the WNBA is strong enough to make these demands where they listen, bro, or like push But it's not even. It
doesn't even make logical sense, bro. It doesn't make logical sense. Like, why would I like? It doesn't make sense, man.
Let me ask you a question.
It don't make sense, man.
All right, whoa! It don't make sense, and I ain't even asked it yet.
No, I'm talking about the goal being higher. It don't make sense, bro.
Let me ask a question.
Yeah.
Question.
Go ahead.
Tennis court.
Yeah.
Is it the exact same or is it different for females versus males?
It's the same.
All right. Golf course. Is there anything different or is it the same?
Yeah, it's different.
What's different on the golf course for females than the males?
We have hidden tees. The male, you got a male hidden tee and a female hidden. It's like different sizes, different lengths where you hit from. Like the men start off at one place. Everybody had them 3 balls. One I think is juniors, one is women's, one is men's.
Oh, you telling me I used to like hit off from the female tee?
I don't know.
I have.
Which one you hit from?
Yeah, I hit from the female tee before. Okay, so golf is different. Tennis, we know softball is different because it's softball than baseball.
It's bigger ball and you know different rules.
Yeah, they even pitch differently. I think the field is actually dimensionally different.
Smaller.
Yeah. NASCAR is the same. IndyCar is the same. Boxing is the same.
It's different. Different size gloves. Different weight gloves.
Well, in their defense, boxing period, you can box with different sizes and weight gloves.
But women,
it all depends on what the boxers agree to.
A heavyweight woman's not going to fight with 8-ounce gloves.
Yeah,
they fight smaller. Like I don't care what. Every women's size gloves are going to be smaller than men's. Like it's different sizes.
But their hands are physically smaller though.
Okay.
Hence the reason why the ball, I would assume, that's why
ring is smaller.
We're talking about. The ring is smaller.
Yeah, for women, yeah.
It is.
Ring is smaller. Yeah.
Okay.
Different size ring.
I didn't know that. Well, maybe it's because they're smaller. The octagon is not smaller. The octagon is the exact same.
The same, yeah.
So in MMA, it's the exact same. The octagon is the same. I'm not sure about the ring being smaller. I'm going to take your word for it. I don't know.
I'm almost sure it is. But if my hands are smaller.
Explain to me this, though. If the ring is smaller, how is it that you have females boxing on undercards for men's boxing matches? They don't change rings.
Well, that's to be surprised by it sound like. Or they might upgrade to a man-sized ring. Sometimes they have to change rings for one fight.
I'm not sure that the ring is smaller. I'm not sure the ring's smaller.
Let's look it up.
We can look it up. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not debating that. I just don't think
I'm
the
not
ring
sure
is
either.
smaller. Maybe the ball is smaller because females' hands are physically smaller. Maybe they took a vote and the majority of players want the goal to stay at the same height. I do agree with you that the goal should be lower. I won't say it should be 9 foot. I think if it's 9.5 foot, it's 9.5 right now. Or you want
it should be 9.5.
I can agree with that. I think if it's 9.5, like Brittany Griner can dunk, Lisa Leslie could dunk. I think there's like a couple of other young ladies that can dunk, but they're not like dunks. They're like rim grazers. But if it's like 9.5, you might have some young ladies that can come down the lane and tomahawk. And then I would watch that.
Everybody would, man.
How the WNBA is currently set up, I won't watch it. It's a lot of dribbling, mid ranges that miss, and then one young lady who was like 6'8" and is dominating, and that's it.
Pretty much. Yeah, but man, like I said, but this all that goes out the window. If however you size it up, bro, if the ball is smaller, that's cheating, bro. I'm not gonna give them what size their hands are.
I'm not gonna say it's cheating. Now, I mean, if you want to say that the rim should be proportion to the ball, okay,
it has to be.
But then, if that's the case, you have to go change too much. Then you'll be changing rims in gyms of middle schools and high schools, and we don't have the budgets for that. We barely have
change the ball. Make them all play the same ball. This is the pros, right? This is varsity. Watch this. When you play middle school basketball and down, the ball is smaller.
Say it
one more time. 28s.
Say it one more time.
Middle school basketball, boys and girls, they play 28-5. The ball is smaller around the country.
Is that recently? Because when I was in middle school, I thought we played the same ball. Like, I don't remember the ball changing when I was in middle school. Like, 100%, I know the ball didn't change when I was in middle school, because I'm going to tell you why I didn't. I'm going to tell you why I know the ball didn't change for us. We happened to have a teacher. She was a professional female basketball player. This was literally a couple of years before the WNBA. So her pro-am team would come play with us. We would scrimmage against these young ladies, and we would have to go down to the smaller ball. Or sometimes they would play with our ball that was regulation size.
since I don't know if playing with 28.5. I'm sorry, 6th grade and under is 28.5.
That makes sense.
6th grade and under.
Yeah,
6th grade and under. 7th, 8th grade might be. It depends on where you. It might be 28.5.
Because when I was like in 8th grade, it was like, if you could palm the ball, it was like, oh man, you're destined for the pros. You can palm a pro ball. So that was like a thing.
Yeah, but that's cheating, bro. That's cheating. That's literally like that.
If I can palm the pro ball, that's cheating in 8th grade?
No. I'm saying if you playing with a smaller ball on a bigger goal, like you can't come. That's cheating, bro. Because the ball is smaller and the goal is bigger, so your field goal percentage is going to be better.
I'll say that your verbiage is wrong, because if the entire league plays with that ball and that's the rule, then it's not cheating.
What I'm saying
it's
is
just different from male.
It's cheating.
It's not cheating at all.
The
It's not
spirit
cheating
of
at
the
all.
game.
It's not cheating
That's
at
what I'm
all.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's just different.
Listen, if I'm comparing the WNBA to the NBA and saying, okay, these are the shooting percentages. Let me finish. The males shoot this percentage and the women shoot this percentage, right? Then I say, okay, the males shoot at 45%, the women shoot at 48%, right? And women better shooters. Like, no, they're not. They shoot with a smaller ball. You can't. That's what I'm saying. That don't make sense, bro.
I don't agree with that take. I understand in spirit.
That's the truth.
I understand in spirit what you're saying. I don't agree with the take though.
If you play football, right, and your team couldn't rush, but that team could rush, how you gonna compare sacks?
If I play in the NFL and someone else plays in Arena League, and we are comparing passer stats or whatever it is, passer stats. I wouldn't be comparing the Arena Football League quarterback's passer rating or passer stats to that of the NFL or CFL player, because they're playing with different rules and different size field or different equipment. So I would only have to compare the two when the playing field is the same. So I would compare the NFL to NFL or CFL, and I would compare the Arena Football League to the Arena Football League. So,
I'm saying you can't. The only difference, the supposed only difference in the WNBA and the NBA, the only glaring difference is the 3-point line. I think it changed, and the ball. That's the two differences.
So if I'm comparing, let's say, and I'm just throwing names out here, I'm not comparing these two, but if I'm comparing Steph Curry's productivity versus Sue Bird's productivity, then I will be comparing the two's productivity based on the environment in which they're playing. So I wouldn't be comparing Steph and Sue head to head. What I would compare is what Steph does in his league versus what Sue does in her league, and what that amounts to. So let's say if that amounts to Steph being in the top 5% in his league, and then Sue is in the top 10% in her league, then I would say, Steph might be a more effective player in his league because he rates in the top 5% of productivity in what he does versus his league versus what Sue Bird does. She's only in the top 10% in what she does versus productivity in her league. I can't
that's super detailed.
I'm just saying I can't literally say, well, Steph hit 133s this year. Sue Bird hit 233s, so she's better. Yeah. You can't say that because they're different. Because they're different factors.
But that's what they literally say. Like
no one with common sense is saying that.
Bro, the WNBA literally has a verbiage when they promote to say that the women shoot better than the men.
Well, that's because they're trying to attract the fan base. They're trying to lure you in
with lies.
Yes, it's like what a car salesman does. It's like what a jewelry salesman does. It's like what
Deion Sanders did.
No, it's not what Deion Sanders did. It's not what Deion Sanders. It's what some of these. It's not what Deion Sanders did.
I'm gonna be here. I'm here for the long haul.
It's what some of these niggas do. They be trying to lure these young hoes. They just be lying.
I'm gonna be here for the long haul. Just come fuck with me, man. But no, I think like I think this is beyond WNBA. Sometimes going back to R. Kelly, sometimes the simplest things is just like, okay, man, you telling me that Apple Music got the files for R. Kelly, looked at it, okayed it, put it on the platform,
and then removed it,
and then like,
and not just Apple Music, everybody, Spotify, Tidal, SoundCloud. I don't know if SoundCloud got it. I'm just throwing SoundCloud out there now. I'm just throwing everybody out there. Hell, Spotify own everybody that's not Apple and Tidal anyway. Speaking of liars, bro, you fuck with the Liver King because Liver is king. You fuck with Liver King, bro? Do you know who Liver King is?
Yeah.
Do you know what has happened with Liver King in the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, caught for using steroids.
Liver King said that he was natty. He wasn't on gear. And someone leaked some emails. Someone did a doc. And now he's had to go backpedal his natty situation and tell the world that he definitely is on steroids. How do you feel about Liver King?
I mean, seeing a big juiced white boy like that, kind of already knew he was on roids.
And that's what I'm saying. Like 98% of the people in the world looked at Liver King and was like, he's definitely... Liver King is 45 and he's like 3% body fat and looks like that. You know he's on that shit.
Yeah.
Now, to shoot him some bail, you can be on all the steroids in the world. If you don't go put in the work, you're not going to look like that. But, he says that his defense is, I was on steroids. It kind of just happened, this whole natty thing. But, he starts throwing out like juvenile obesity, people who are dealing with diabetes and high blood pressure and obesity and all these other health risks and things like that. And he's like, I'm promoting the 9 primal eating habits or some shit and, and hard work, and people are striving to have a physique like mine. So I'm saving lives. I just happen to be on the gear at the same time. So what I got was he was already on the gear. He started the whole Liver King shit because his kids had allergies and were suffering with some things. So he switched up some diets, went to this primal way of living, start making money on YouTube, and was given the opportunity to tell the truth on an interview and chose not to and just ran with it ever since.
2 things can be true, man. I mean, me personally, man, I don't know. I don't trust too many people. I used to, man. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be the person that's like, man, anything is possible, man. But the more I look at some of these people and they're like, man.
As fat as I am, I'm into bodybuilding, so I kind of know how to build muscle and shit like that. And the first time I even seen Liver King, I was like, this nigga is not that jacked off eating bull testicles and liver and bone marrow. This nigga is on the top 2, the trend and the other shit. He's on the HGH and he's on that fat burner trend shit or whatever it's called, bro. Yeah, have you ever thought about taking steroids?
Yep.
What stopped you from taking the gear, bro?
Accessibility, 1, and then 2.
I can get them if you want them.
Okay. Because at this point, I'm good with it now.
Oh, we can talk off air, but if you really want some gear, I can get it to you. You can have it in a couple of days.
I mean, what's the ticket?
Oh, you're gonna pay a little penny for it, but it's gonna be at your doorstep, bro.
That's another one.
You scared of needles?
Yeah, I don't do needles.
Oh, you gotta do needles.
Oh no,
I can get you the good shit.
I just need the shit. I don't need. I'll be good.
Oh, shit, I can get you the shit, and you'll be bigger than me. All muscle, no body fat, in 2 months.
I mean,
you'll really be at the gun show.
I mean, I'm already.
You're not at the gun show. Bro, your shirt is too loose. Bro. I ain't gonna, bro. You a skinny nigga. You a skinny nigga, bro. Pause. But you got some curvage on your biceps. I can't even front, bro.
I almost went to the off screen and came back with the no shirt there. Bow. But I don't want this pod to be sex symbolish. You know what I'm saying? I don't want.
You a swole skinny nigga, bro. Pause. So let me ask you a question, bro. I got another question. You know, it's a plausible question. So
okay, no, hold on. Before you go that far, let me tell you about the other thing about steroids. Like when you're younger, you know, it messes with your stuff and your genitalia or whatever.
When you're younger, I think it messes with it.
And your liver.
Yeah. See, that's why I never truly took steroids because I ain't want to be fucked up in my 40s.
Yeah.
From steroids.
But in your 40s and 50s, they just grab it to you sometimes.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? So
well, see, that's different. It's different though. It's different. It's different. Trust me, it's different.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I was like, shit, okay. I been on some steroids for a couple months, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm gonna get you the shit.
I ain't trying to just, I just want to be able to get that bounce back where I used to have.
No, you ain't gonna have no bounce. You gonna be walking around this bitch looking like the Hulk.
No,
I can get it for you.
I don't need to get big. I just need to get stronger.
I can get it for you. You know, I thought about dabbling in it, like, you know, for 6 months just to cut some fat. I thought about it.
Yeah.
Thought about it.
You ain't tried this the one time, the 1 month cleanse? Have you having diarrhea for a week and a half?
Oh, that's just a regular juice cleanse, man. Nigga, that's just a regular like beet juice and ginger and all that other shit.
Did I tell you I lost 20 pounds in 2 months, bro?
But see, you're active though.
You know what it was? It was me being active, but man, being in the hot gym, bro.
I thought you was gonna tell me it was quinoa and baked chicken every day, three times a day. Quinoa, baked chicken, and broccoli.
I should say. Hopefully, I think mid-January, I'm gonna be back in the gym every day. I'm in the gym every day now, but not like actively. But
man,
I was in that hot gym every day, sweating 2 or 3 pounds away every day.
The nephew, man, I gotta do something, man. I can't have these kids walking around here trying to kick my ass. This nigga already 6'1". He going to the gym every night using my membership, by the way. And now he didn't sign up for the army. I feel like by the time he come back from basic training, he gonna be the Hulk in this bitch. Yeah. Can't have that. No, hell no. So you know, I got to turn this fat and muscle. I got the mass. I just got to bulk up real quick. Go give me some of that good shit. What friend are you, bro? So what friend are you?
The one that's not gonna tell.
The female got the drop on me. I'm out here hypothetically fucking with side chicks.
Okay.
The female got the drop on me.
Yeah.
And she call you, or you're cornered with me, and questions are asked.
Yeah.
Can I count on you to get me out the jam? Like Kevin Hart said, help me, nigga. Please. Right. Can I count on you?
Your female or any female?
I mean, it is what it is. It's my female.
She ain't gonna call me because she know I'm gonna be with the team play. I'm with the home team.
Well, okay. Like, in theory, she ain't gonna call you because you know. Well, you know what? I'm not gonna paint that narrative. No, I said I'm not gonna paint that narrative. All I will say is because you and my wife damn near have just as much of the years of history that me and you have.
Yeah.
She knows both of us. So, you know, it's a mute point. If I'm caught with hoes, you know, I'm not saying anything.
She's gonna assume.
I'm not insinuating anything about you. She's gonna just assume that you're with the hoes as well. So
exactly. Okay. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. So
listeners, I'm not saying that he's with hoes. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I get you.
Okay. Right.
I'm saying that she's gonna assume that even if you are guilty, that I'm not gonna tell.
Now, what I will say is with my wife, if I do get caught up with hoes, you are 100% going to be the scapegoat because I'm going to tell her that it was you.
I'm with that.
And she'll believe that more than you trying to vouch for me saying I wasn't with the hoes.
I think that's probably my first go. I'll be like, no, I was chill with me. She just, you know. I'm gonna be like, oh no, she with me. You know, he love you like that.
No, you can't say that. I'm gonna get in trouble, bro. I'm gonna have to admit to being with the whore. I'm gonna just have to say I was only with the whore because of JB. You're definitely gonna be the scapegoat. I'm telling you now. But if it wasn't the wife, what would you say? How would they go?
What'd you say? Hold on. What'd you say?
If it wasn't the wife that I have, if it was just the female. If it wasn't her. you know, how would the play go? Oh, this nigga that took his shirt off.
You said you're gonna have Booker T on here, so I'm just working on my.
I mean, you weren't supposed to say that out loud because that's not even confirmed.
Well, okay, well, you said you might have
that was like a me and you thing. Me and
okay, my bad. I mean, you can edit that part out. I'll edit it out.
I'm not gonna. You edit it out. I'm not gonna edit it out.
Why not? We gotta edit it out, man.
I don't know how many of our listeners get to the 140 mark.
All of them do, bro. Every last one of them do. Every single one of them get to the 140 mark. I'm glad you did that though. So I know 140.
We got to talk about the artwork beef, and we can have this discussion over the pod because we're family, and the family needs to know. Now, Boog, I got some shit coming down the line.
Some stuff coming down the line.
I got some stuff coming down the line for year 3.
For year 3.
Some of these people are particular about their brand.
Yeah.
If I ask them to send me some stuff, we got to give them what I asked them for. So I get in spirit what you did.
But I feel you. But also, there was a large amount of conversation that her had without you.
Did that conversation state that you could do what you did?
Kinda, sorta, not exactly. But then in the same breath, it was like she explained what she was doing with her stuff. So also, it's not even a beef. To me, I was just like, let her see it. If she say no, because I was like, because what she sent wasn't representative of our conversation that we had on the pod.
I don't think we got to that, bro. I think she really wanted to get into that, and we never got to it.
Got to what?
Our products that she peddles.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's always a part 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna hit her up.
Yeah, but I'm saying it wasn't. And like I said, when I first seen it, all I saw was like promo. I was like, it's promos. So I didn't know if you meant like she wanted to have that. But then I was like, she don't know what the deal is, man. If she don't like it, she don't like it. I wasn't tripping. I was like, let her see it. Don't say no for it, because like, let her see it, because these are things that she has on her page.
I will say this:
what
if I never asked her for photos?
Yeah,
then I would have 100% sent her what you gave me. But the fact that I said, hey, send me, I said, when we do these things, my man's, he's a fire graphic artist. He does some promo for the guests coming on, so we can push it on our socials. Send me what you want to use, and we'll use that. And so she specifically sent over the 3 examples, and she was like, use any one of these, any way you want to use these 3. So I kind of felt like I
didn't get the conversation.
Yeah. So I kind of felt like if I send her something that's not these 3, she might feel a way about it, and I want to have her back on.
What would she feel like? You mean like, because I'm saying, okay.
Some people. All right. So some people are serious about their brand. Prime example: if you ask us, hey man, we doing X, Y, and Z, send us over some promo, photos you want to use, and I feel like we're gonna send them what we want. So we'll send them those 3, and if and after we send them the 3, instead of them using any variation of the 3, they go grab something off of one of our pages.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, that ain't what I sent you. So why you go just grab what you want to do? That's what I would do.
But you're personalizing it.
But I mean,
but you're personalizing.
You wouldn't do the same.
You're personalizing.
I'm asking you, would you do the same?
No, if I liked it.
Okay. Okay.
You're saying that's how you feel personally, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm also saying that you didn't. The conversation could have been like, oh, my man saw these and liked these. What you think about this? But you just said, nah, she ain't gonna like them at all because she said this. Like,
I didn't say she wouldn't like it. You didn't say that. I simply said, in my mind, in doing business, like I asked, so you sent over what you approved. I should use what you sent over that you approved. I shouldn't go find what I want to use.
But then, and also in the same breath, our conversation that we had about her whole journey spoke more to those pictures than those pictures from what she's talked about, from what we talked about when you weren't present.
I listened to the entire pod, and I don't. Yeah, I'm not putting those 2 and 2 together.
What you mean? I'll tell you later. I don't want to talk about that part.
No, because at the end of the day, I literally said, "Hey, send me what you approve." That was the conversation. Send me what you approve.
But you ain't told me none of that.
I know, but I literally sent you like, "Hey, these are the 3 she want to use. So just do what you can with these 3."
That's not what you want to tell me. Is that what you said? What you said? Because remember,
I literally said promo, and I literally sent you over those 3 to your actual text. I sent you the page. I sent you the page so you could see her page. I literally sent you those 3. I said, "Can you make promo with these 3?" I might not have said it just like that, but I know I said, "Can you make the promo?" And I sent you those 3. I literally sent you those 3 photos. I know I sent you those 3 photos.
Okay, then the young lady, I think she's sending a pic. She's sending a pic we can program. That's all you said.
I said what?
She's sending a pic we can use for promo.
And what did and then after that, what did you get?
I got two promotional cartoons
and then a pic.
And then a pic, right?
Right. Now.
Okay. So what I'm saying, how about this? So moving forward, not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm not saying I was right. I just, like I said, the only thing I was saying is like, why were you against like saying, hey, he like, if in order sometimes like you can just be like, oh yeah, that's where he saw he did this like these. If not, he'll do the other one, like a sentence. And you think she's gonna be like, oh, you did this, I ain't listening to y'all no more.
The only reason why I didn't do it is because in the spirit of and this is my thing. This might be me, how I conduct business, how I've conducted business throughout my career. Like if I asked you for it, if I specifically asked, send me X, Y, and Z, and you send that, I feel like at that point, I don't think I should go to someone's page and grab the photos that I want to use and then put it out or make it intended to them. If they wanted me to use that, they would have sent me that. Instead, when I asked you to send me what you would like to use, that's what was sent. So I feel like I should use the things that you sent me because that's how you want your brand represented. So prime example, I got a couple of interviews set up that we're going to do in January. Some of them are with some film houses that are doing some series that are going to Netflix and other things. Some of them are actors and actresses that are involved in a couple of movies, and they have a certain brand that they want. So I already know.
So why wouldn't they? If
listen, okay, so
hold on, let me finish.
But let me finish though. But go ahead.
I know, but I'm just
like you cut me off. Go ahead, though.
Okay, so you're saying that if I'm saying, let's say we were Netflix. You think the owner of Netflix is going to be like, send me something and I'm going to send it to him, or the owner of Netflix is going to say, here, talk to my graphics guy?
100% with in my experience, being in corporate settings, being out of corporate settings, if someone sends you what they want their business or their brand to be represented as, that's what I'm going to use.
You didn't answer my question.
I think I have answered your question.
No, I said, do you think the owner of Netflix is going to say, send me the pictures, or are you going to say, talk to my graphics guy?
What are you talking about?
If Tom Cruise's people want to do a promo on Netflix,
I think if Tom Cruise,
send them to the graphic guy, right?
I think if Tom Cruise's people, are doing a partnership with Netflix, I think Netflix is going to say, send me the headshots you would like us to use, and I think Tom Cruise's people are going to send them the appropriate headshots that are approved.
To who?
To the graphic designer who's putting together the promo. I don't think the graphic.
So exactly. So it's going to be competition between the graphic guy and them, right? Time out.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think the graphic designer guy is going to say, I'm not going to use these. I'm going to go on this public profile and grab these two.
No, but I'm also saying that. But I'm saying, are you going to? Are they going to talk to the owner of Netflix, Are they going to talk to the filming department or the graphic department?
I think the two representatives are going to talk to each other, and they're going to send the information to who needs to get it.
They're not going to talk to the graphics department at all.
I think Tom Cruise's people are going to send what they need to Netflix people, and
they're not going to talk to graphics. They're not going to talk to
what I'm saying.
That's a simple question.
You're not letting me finish. And once Netflix people get it, they're going to say, "Hey, graphic designer dude, take this photo and do your promo." That's what I think happens.
So the next time I try to answer a question, and you tell me, just tell me yes or no.
You didn't ask me a yes or no. But you didn't ask me a yes or no question.
I did. I said,
ask it again so I can answer yes or no.
I said, do you think that Tom Cruise people are going to talk to the film department or the graphics department?
No.
They're not going to talk to either one?
No, I think Tom Cruise's people are going to talk to. I think Tom Cruise has representatives, his management, or whoever it is, and they're going to talk. They're going to talk to Netflix.
I'm not going to talk to the graphic department when it comes to
they're not. They're going to talk to that liaison for Netflix.
They're not going to talk to the graphics department when it comes to doing graphics.
If it's the graphics department, yeah, but I don't think the graphics department has the say so to go grab whatever they want to use and use it. I think they're going to use whatever they're given by the management.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you're saying that you got something and pass it on to me.
So your beef is
let me finish.
So your beef is you don't have to finish. You don't have to finish.
How can I finish?
You don't have to finish because I know what you're saying. You don't have to finish. You don't have to finish.
Yes, I do, because you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Well, you get to cut me off. How come I can't cut you off?
Because you cut me off more than I cut you off. That's why.
So what you're saying is she should have talked to you directly instead of going through me.
No, what I'm saying is the miscommunication with I got, because I didn't know that this was the only. I didn't know, so there was miscommunication between me and you.
It wasn't no miscommunication. I'm gonna tell you why it wasn't a miscommunication.
How was it a miscommunication?
Because I sent you the three images that you could use. That's why it wasn't. I sent you the 3 images, and I said, "Can you make promo with these images?" That's what I sent you. I didn't send you her profile and say go grab some.
Picture.
It was 3 images, my guy. It was 3 images.
Yeah, it was one picture.
It was 2 logos and 1 picture. That's all you needed. You didn't have to go grab 2 more photos.
But what I'm saying is,
2 logos, 1 photo.
What I'm saying also is, nigga, we got a brand too, my nigga.
We got a
brand too. We got a brand too.
Us doing the logo for her.
No, we got a brand too. Though.
Us doing the promo from the 3 logos.
But we got a brand too, though.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
What she sent had nothing to do with offending our brand. Yes or no?
To you it didn't. To me, I'm like, look at how our stuff looks. This is how our hours look. This is all our hours go this way. And you sending me something different. So that's why I was like, damn, this is promo for her stuff. Okay.
What do you mean I sent you something different?
Let me what I'm saying. So I'm like, okay, of the last 30 promos that we've done, they've looked this way. They've looked this way. So I was like, okay, I want it to look this way, because that's how the rest of ours look. What you sent was 1 picture and 2 logos. So I was unsure. Like I said, miscommunication with me was like, I'm like, dang, you want me to jazz up her? She's promoting her stuff on our stuff? What it looked to me.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Not that I'm tripping on it. I wasn't tripping on it.
Let me ask you a question.
Once again, what?
Did she not send a photo that you could just jazz up how you normally do?
But I like the photo.
It don't matter if you like the photo. Did she send a photo?
It's our brand, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like
the photo that she sent on some real. No. Time out. No. On some real shit. Yeah. The photo that was approved, that was sent. You jazzing up that photo, saying EP whatever it was, how you did the other two pics. Yeah. You could have done the exact same thing to that photo, and it would have not hurt our brand.
Maybe not. Yeah, you're right.
It wouldn't have not hurt our brand.
And in the same breath, you could have sent her the one and said, "Oh, it's what he did," and you don't know what she's going to say. You're just assuming. You're assuming.
No, I'm not assuming. But
yes,
why?
You are.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why I'm not assuming. Because I straight up asked, "Hey, send me what you would like," and that's what happened.
I don't know that. You talked. I'm saying, but you talked to somebody else, and then brought the back side to me, and so all I'm hearing is one side of it. So I don't know that's the only thing I can use.
So okay, and to not argue.
Yeah.
If I said, hey, can you make promo with these photos she sent, and then I send you the 3 images, is that not me passing on to you what she approved?
The same, but I'm saying the first.
I'm asking. No. I'm asking. Is that not me sending over what was approved? I'm asking, and I'm not
sending what she sent you.
No, time out. Is that not me sending over what she approved?
No.
It's not,
because I don't know what I don't know.
What you once time out. You know, and that's the problem. No, I'm listening to what you're saying, but listen,
I ain't saying nothing. You cut me off.
This is because I'm cutting you off because you're saying no. I asked you if I'm
going to tell you why I don't feel that way.
It's not about what you feel. It's the fact.
I don't know that this is what I don't know that you're saying is approved. I don't know that. I don't know if she just sent you 3 randomly. I don't know if she said, you're not telling me this is exactly what she wants, or this is only, you just said this is what she sent. So I'm like, okay, damn. For the first thing I seen, like I said, from what you sent, that wasn't the first thing you sent me. So I had already went and grabbed them 3 before that, and I didn't see those until the backside because I said where they at. Long story short, all I'm saying is the miscommunication was I'm not knowing that you feel that this is the only thing that she wants to see.
It's not what I feel. And that's what I keep trying to tell you. It's not about what I feel.
I don't know that. I ain't talked to her. You talk to her.
If I send you the images, if I say, bro, can you make the promo? Because first off, I sent you something on IG that you didn't see. Because if you go back and look at your text, I talked to you about it and you said you didn't see it.
Yeah, exactly.
By the time you didn't see it, I had already sent you over the 3 images that were approved. You had to go back and look at the profile because we had a conversation about it. I said, Book, I sent you the profile the other day. So by the time you got that information, you already had the 3 images that she sent over. And all I asked was, hey, can you make the promo using these 3 images? Now I might not have said that, but I know I said, hey, can you make promo for the show with these? And I sent you the 3 images that she approved.
So hold up. So
the disconnect for me is I'm trying to figure out how, if I sent you 3 images that she sent me, because I didn't go pull them shits. You know she sent me that. So she sent me 3 images, and I'm asking you, can you make promo out of these 3 that she sent?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how do we get from that to just going to a profile pulling what we want. I'm not finishing. I'm gonna
tell you why. Because
let me finish though. No, you should be sure. If I'm saying these are the 3 that were sent to me, bro, that's what was at that point. That's what was approved. And so even if you let me finish. It's not my assumption. I'm sending you those 3 because that's what was sent to me. So at least if nothing else, if you didn't like those 3 and you wanted to go pull from somewhere else, you at least should have hit me and was like, hey, I ain't feeling what she said, bro. What about using these 2? And then we could have talked about it. And then I could have said, hey, bro, I hit her up. I asked her what was approved by said person. That's what she sent. We didn't do that, bro. Instead, you hit me with what you wanted and then asked me, well, all she can say is no.
Yeah.
All she can say is no, but the person has already told me this is what I want to use. So I'm not finna send her something else.
And I'm saying this. All I'm saying is, like I said from the beginning, I don't know the conversation y'all had. All I know is what you sent me. So when I see it, I'm like I said, and as you admitting, I didn't even see that at first. I didn't see that. I seen the site, the whatever you sent me.
You didn't see the site first, bro. You didn't, because you told me you did. No, because you told me you didn't, bro.
You want me to go?
And that's how I know you didn't, because I was talking to you about the interview, and I said, Book, I sent you her IG, and you hadn't seen it. You said, what IG? And you had to go back and look at it. I had already sent the images by then, Book.
But I didn't see. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't see the images after the IG.
So now you telling me you didn't see the images or the IG before I told you about it. So that means So what that means is you went back and looked at the IG after I sent you the images. It's not my fault that you went and looked at her IG first and then saw the images.
There's no fault, and that's why you keep trying to make it seem like it's a fault or somebody wrong.
It's not a fault. Nowhere.
I'm saying.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All I'm saying is that the miscommunication with me was that, like I said, if you talk to somebody, or if I talk to somebody, and you tell me just a piece,
I didn't tell you just a piece.
Hold on, let me finish. from your perspective, you're like, this is what she wants to use. From my perspective, I didn't hear it like that. That's okay. It happens like this sometimes. It's not a big deal to hear it differently because we can hear the same thing and read it differently. I didn't know, and then like I'm telling you, from the conversation that we had on the pod, it didn't sound like she had a brand.
So let me ask you a question then.
Yeah,
you saying
a brand like that? She's sticking to what's called.
You're saying on the pod it sounds like she didn't have a brand. But then
a brand that she's sticking to, like then, that she has.
Okay. But then you tell me you looked at the brand and said it don't line up with our brand.
I said no. I said it didn't line up with the conversation that we had on the pod, and then on I said we have a brand too. I'm saying that we have the way that we do things too. I'm not saying I was just saying that to counter not being argumentative, but saying like we have to have a standard of what we doing too. Like
nothing that she sent us was against our standard, bro.
No, but it wasn't. I'm not saying it was. But all I'm saying is, from the conversation that we had on the pod, it didn't seem to me as if she had a certain particular brand that she was like that. This is the particular brand. This is Whole Foods Market, and you have to have Whole Food Market and everything I do. That's not the conversation we had during the pod. So I wasn't trying to circumvent her brand or anything purposely. I wasn't trying to not put it on there. I was just like, I think this picture, it was a totally it wasn't a what you call it. And like I said, if she don't like it, I'll just do the other one. That's
let me ask you a question. Once I said what I said in the text, why you just didn't redo it?
I was busy, bro. I've been busy. I ain't do nothing else. And like I didn't do nothing else. That's why.
So if I would have showed it to her and she said, "Nah, I don't like that. Can you use the 3 I sent you?" You would have to redo it, right?
I would have had to redo it. Yeah.
So if I'm asking you, well, hey, bro, this is what she sent. Why would you not redo it?
Because I was busy. Now if I have to stop what I'm doing.
So because
you're saying that you can have a stance, but I can have a stance.
What are you talking about? I never said that. I'm literally.
Yeah, you did. You that's what you did.
That's book. Time out.
You didn't say that. That's what you did.
Time out, book. That is first off. I'm not. That's not what I said.
I didn't say what you said. What you did.
All I asked was if after you sent what you sent, and I said, bro, these 3 are what she approved. Why are we not using one of these 3?
That's not what you said, bro.
What did I say? You
gave me a speech about how you feel so and so, and I said, well, she can say no because when you ask me that I'm somewhere else, I can't. I'm obviously. If I'm right in front of it, I would change it right there and then. But obviously, so you can do the opposite. I can do it too. Obviously, bro, I'm not sitting in front of it where I can change it right there and then. If I was, of course, I'd just change it. But I'm not there. So the way you can assume that I have to think that since she's in that plan. Hold on, let me finish. I'll let you finish. I can assume you can't assume that. Well, maybe he's not by his computer. Maybe he has other things going right now that he can't change it. That's why he's saying, well, hey, I gotta spell it out for you like that. Like, man, I can't do it right now. I got a bunch of stuff going that I'm moving. I can't do it right now. See if she like those. If you don't like it, then I change it.
I didn't ask you to do it then. Did I ask you to do it then? Did I even hit you and say, hey, dude, they should change this shit? Did I say that? Did I say change it right now? Did I say that?
You want me to say what said?
Say what I said.
I think if someone asked you for what the promo pick and you sent them what
start from the whole conversation because that's actually the last thing I sent you.
I said I think she wanted you to use one of those 3 picks she sent.
Yes, because she sent the 3 picks that I asked her for, and those are the 3 I sent you.
And what did I say to you?
I'm using my phone for the camera. So what did I say?
Okay, yeah. I said, did you send her a promo?
And what did I say?
No, because you didn't use any of the picks she sent. And I said, all she can say is no. And you said, I asked her to send over promo picks for her to use. So if she sent over 3 picks, she approved. Why would I send her something else? I'm not tripping with you, but she did send us the picks she was comfortable using. I said, those are from her public page. She sent 1 pick and a promo for hers. I said, you think she's going to have an issue with pictures that had 2,000 likes? I think if someone asked you for the promo pic and you sent them what you wanted to use, you would expect them to use that. And that was the end of it.
So let me ask you a question. Off of that conversation, time out.
Yeah.
Off of that conversation, I was being non-confrontational. I wasn't arguing. No, I'm not saying. Listen, I wasn't saying you were. I wasn't placing blame on anyone. But off of that conversation, be honest. Did you get from that conversation that she just sent some shit and Dub sent you that, or she sent something that she approved and you didn't use the photos that she approved? Maybe because you didn't know she approved the 3 I sent you.
That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro.
So all I'm asking you is, once you realized she sent over what she approved, why you just didn't redo one of them?
Because I wasn't.
And once you had time.
But I'm saying, so you're assuming that I had time. Once again,
okay. I got you.
I'm saying that how many times have you asked me to do something and I haven't done it? Like if you say do this like this or what you call it, normally I get to it, right? This is the only. And look, in the whole entire time we've done this pod, this is the only time we've had a picture issue, right?
I'm not tripping.
No, I'm asking you though. This is the only time in the whole pod we had a picture issue, right?
Yes, Boogie.
I can remember.
Boogie gets to it when Boogie gets to it, and I get it. I'm not tripping at all.
But it usually be on time or close to on time, right? All
I asked was why you didn't redo it.
So what I'm saying is, I'm telling you, if you can assume, or you can put the connotation that, well, she said it's approved, blah blah. You can't put the same connotation and say, hold up, I ain't finished. You can't put the same connotation that I'm like, bro, I had a lot of stuff going. I was literally sitting in the hospital for like a day or for 8 hours.
I'm not tripping on any of that, bro. I didn't say. All I asked was why you didn't.
Why I ain't do it over?
Or why you just didn't hit me and say I'll do it when I get a chance to. I'll redo it. How come you didn't hit me and say when I get a moment I'll redo it? I'm not telling you to redo it.
The same reason why you ain't hit me and say this is the specific. This is her brand. Or she's branding this way.
Well, because Bug, honestly, I'm gonna keep you the buck. If I say, can you do promo when I drop three images? I'm not in my mind. If I'm saying we got a guest, can you drop promo for the guest? These are the 3 images. I'm not thinking in my head, you're gonna bypass the 3 images I sent and go to somebody's IG and pull what you want. I'm not thinking that's going to happen.
Now, when you say 3 images, I'm thinking you're going to send me 3 pictures.
I don't have to send you 3 one picture. I don't care if I send you one. It doesn't matter if I send you 1 pic or 20 pics. If the approval.
It does matter.
No, time out. It does not matter. To you,
it doesn't matter, but to me, it matters.
It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter if I send you 1 pic or 20 pics. If I ask somebody for something and they approve something and I send it, that's what we got to work with. Now, if we don't want to use, time out. If we don't want to use what they sent us, we just don't have to do any promo.
So you're saying that if we can't do it their way, then we don't have to do it.
It's not doing it their way because if somebody time out, book. If somebody asks us the same thing, we're gonna send them the 16 shots logo. I'm just assuming. Yeah. We're gonna send them the 16 shots logo. Yeah. All right. And if that person looks at the 16 shots logo and say, I don't want to use that shit, and just go grab a random photo off of my page and your page, we might have an issue with that because that's not what we approved and that's not how we want to push our brand.
So question. So are you saying that I should have put a logo on there?
That is not what I said. You cannot gather any of that from what I just said.
Then why are you putting logo and picture?
Time out. Listen to what I said clearly.
It's 2 different things.
Time out. Stop talking. Listen to what I said clearly. I said if someone asks us for a collab image for promo and we send them our 16 shots logo, that's what we want to use. Yes. Now, if somebody says, hey, you know what? I don't want to use that. I'm going to go to Young James Boogie page and grab whatever photo I want. Yeah. That ain't what we asked for. Now, the person sent us 3 logos and a photo. So that's 3 images.
2 logos and a photo, yeah.
I'm sorry, 2 logos and a photo. That's 3 images.
Yeah.
At worst, if we don't want to use the logos because we feel like it doesn't jive with our branding, we have a photo to put our logo on. Like you always do, and it's great. And you could have did exactly what you did on the photo that was provided, that was approved. Yeah. And it would have been fire.
But see, this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going with this. So at what point do you say, you know what, man? Let me see, like, I trust my art department. Put me out this. Put me out of this. When I go to XYZ company and they say, yeah, man, we got blah, 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 and we're doing this. We got promos over here, right? We got promo photos. This is the 2 we have, or the 1 we have. And we seen 2 logos, right? If you'd told me you ain't put her 2 logos on there, then I can do nothing but say, you know what, bro, you're right. I should have put logos on there. But if I'm saying like, okay, and this is not downing her or anything. It's not downing. It's like from the conversation, I didn't think that she had a particular image that she was trying to push from the conversation she said. It wasn't like we had a conversation. She's like, "Oh yeah, this wasn't a particular." She did talk. We talked a little bit about some of the things, some of the products she was pushing. We didn't get deep into it, but as far as saying that I want this type of image to be pushed, the conversation didn't really go in that way. And so what I did, thinking, I'm like, okay, well, these are the conversations we had, these things we did. Let me see what her most popular photos were, and let me pull a couple of those, because that was what's called whatever. And I can even admit to say maybe I should have heard that photo, but I didn't really like that photo because that photo was like it didn't jive with the conversation we had in the pod. Whatever. And I was moving fast at the same time. So I'm also saying your response is like, well, she said this, so we're gonna use that. And I get it to an extent, but I also say that there's also a point. It's like, well, hey man, because I don't know her like you don't know her. Hey, this is what my guy did. You like it? No, okay, cool. We'll use the one you sent. That's the simple conversation, and I don't understand why you feel like that's such a big deal to do that.
I think if we would,
I do it for anybody. I've done that 100 times. Oh,
if it was someone that we had history with, that's different. You know what I'm
what's
talking
she gonna
about?
say?
It's not about, and I think that's the point you're missing. It's not about.
I'm asking you though. What do you think she's gonna say?
Let me finish. It's not about what I think she's gonna say or that person will say. Let's take her out of it.
How's it gonna portray us?
Time out.
What is that company gonna?
Let me finish. Let's take her out of it. Yeah. It's not about what I think that person or that business or that entity will say.
Yeah.
For me, it's just doing business. If I'm doing a collab with you and I ask you to send over how you want your brand represented and you send me these things, those are the approved things that you want me to use. That's what I'm going to use. I'm not in return.
Keep going. I'm listening.
I'm not in return just going to go grab what I want to go do and do that. Yeah. I'm going to do what was approved, because in my mind, I'm looking at how I would want to be treated. If it's me and you ask me and James Boogie for X, Y, and Z, and me and James Boogie send over, which would be James Boogie would send over what's approved. I am looking for what we approved. I don't want you to go over and grab what you want. Okay. No, I want you to use what we have approved. Look, when I was in the corporate world, if I'm dealing with Ford Motor Company, I just can't go to Ford Motor Company's website and grab something. If I'm doing a collab with Ford Motor Company, Nike, all of these people, they're going to send over approved artwork, approved this, approved that. And from what is approved, that's how I make my marketing campaign. I'm not making my
That's not always true, bro. That's 100% always true. That's not true, because you're talking about if they have something, if you're collaborating, there's also a point where they say, hey, we're collaborating. Let me call the art department and see what y'all got, and let's see if we can mesh. That's also how it works sometimes, right?
You got it. You're right.
Right?
You're right.
So I'm just saying, like, it's not only that, and the way you're painting is like, I just grab whatever I want. No, this is stuff from a public page that has 3,000 likes.
You got it, bro.
So see, that's how we get.
No, it's at a point where, we're gonna have to agree to disagree. I mean, I'm not gonna continue to keep trying to push a point. Like you're not hearing it, and I get it.
I heard the point. I'm just saying.
I get it. You feel like your position was the correct position, and I'm cool with that.
I didn't say that at all. I didn't say that at all, bro. I never said that I was right. I just said it's a different way of looking at it, and then you keep telling me, no, you can't look at it that way. I'm like, how can you not look at it more than one way? How can it only be this way?
Only because the person was asked for what artwork they wanted to use, and it was sent over. If it was a situation where we didn't ask, and we kind of like said, you know what, we're going to do promo. Let's grab something off the socials and present it. I'm 100% down with it. 100% down with it. Like if the question was never asked and nothing was ever sent over, I would have sent that shit over as soon as you sent it, bro, because I didn't have an issue with it. But the fact that the question was asked and the person or the entity sent over 3 examples of what they wanted to use, that's why I didn't send it over, because we didn't use any of the 3 examples that they sent over. And I felt like at that point, You know, I tried to be professional. I reached out. I asked, hey, what do you want to use? And that's what was sent over. Like, I know 100% with the next 2 interviews that I have lined up, when I ask these people for promo branding, we got to use what they send. If we don't use what they send, it's an issue.
But you telling me a graphic designer, a person who works with companies, just like you work with companies, that it's the way to do things. And I'm not disagreeing with you at all. I'm just saying that there's also like that's why I asked you the first time. I was like, well, you think that when somebody does that, they don't have, it's not a back and forth conversation, and it's just, oh, this is what you do, you do that. That's not in corporate world. When you have 2 different companies working together, if we doing a collaboration is not me giving you something, you doing what I say all the time. Sometimes it's like, hey, this, that, and the other. Sometimes it might be I have an idea, this, that, and the other. It can be that can work. I'm not saying that you're wrong.
I do agree with what you're saying, but I think in that case, I am approving. I'm passing back and forth artwork in that corporate setting. So if you send me images to use, I'm going to send you back my renderings, and then you say, yeah, I like it, or B, no, I don't. I'm not going to send you, time out. I'm not going to send you back a rendering of something that doesn't have any element of what I approved.
And that's why I asked you. I said, if you just said, I'm wrong. Like, you know what? Maybe I should have put her logo on there. I said, yeah, that was probably a mistake. Now, like I said, I was moving and I wasn't sitting with that. That's what I'm saying. The main reason why I didn't do it, to be 100, because I wasn't with my phone to get that image. That's why, you know what I'm saying? So that's neither here nor there. But what I'm saying is the fact that you like, nah, I ain't gonna even do it. It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? What do I say after that? If you saying like, if I'm telling you that like you're the king of product knowledge expert, but then when somebody's a product knowledge expert, you're like, nah, we ain't doing it like that. I'm like, when I say all she can say is no, I'm not saying that in a nigga way. I'm saying that in a corporate way. Like sometimes somebody come with an idea. Hey, this is an idea I have. You like this idea? No? Okay, I'm sorry. Oh, no problem. We'll do this right here. That's not offending nobody. That's not being unprofessional, bro. That's actually being professional, showing you that I had this idea. What do you think about it?
Why you just didn't say no? Why you just didn't tell me you had the 3 images I sent?
But it don't even matter, bro. Why you saying I ain't gonna show her? Why you just why you just say no? I ain't gonna show her?
Because that's not what she approved.
But you don't tell me about being a product knowledge. Hold on, everything to do with it. On some real shit.
I've been doing graphics for 20 years. All right, now, how you telling me that? Let's keep it a buck. That ain't no product knowledge expert shit. That's JB doing what JB want to do.
I'm doing graphics. Now I don't know about graphic design.
You know about graphic design, but
so you telling me I work with all these different companies and did the same thing.
You know about graphic design, but what I'm telling you is,
I don't know, I work with businesses.
That ain't what I'm telling you, bro.
So what are you saying?
Let me finish.
Go ahead, sir.
You know about graphic design, but what I'm saying is, you sent over something that had no elements of what was approved. So
then you didn't say anything about that. You just said I
sent you the 3 images, bro. I sent you the 3 images, and then you just read. Time out on some real shit. You just read the text messages, so I told you.
But you didn't say nothing about.
I don't have to say that. I sent you the 3 images, and see, this is what this is, and now this is. Now this is no. I listen. I've listened.
No,
I've listened. Because you telling me time out.
Her logo went on there.
I've listened. It ain't about a logo. She sent
what's
2.
About then?
She sent 2 logos and a photo.
Okay, and
your first time out.
I admit
Let me finish.
I admitted that.
Bug, let me finish. Your first beef was earlier. You was like, we ain't talking about logo. She only when you first said it. Oh, well, she sent over 2 of her branding things in 1 photo. Just use the 1 photo she used. Now, if you didn't have either of the 2 logos or the photo, and you grabbed what was off of IG, well, you probably should have told me that and just saying, oh, well, all she can say is no. You should have told me you didn't have access to the 3 images I sent there first. Then I would have been like, cool. Whenever you get a chance, grab one of them 3 images. We still can promo it now.
Hold on,
but you didn't even make that known until right now.
But what I'm saying is, how come you putting the onus on me to have to do this way, to do it your way? And I'm saying I'm not.
It's not my way, though.
Hold on, I'm saying that's the way that you want to do it. I'm saying this, bro. I said that, you know what? I should have put her logo on there. That's why I said I fell short. But you're saying that because she sent this like this, there's no other way it can go. And I'm saying, bro, that is not the only way things go, bro. And like I said, all she can say is no, because I'm saying that if she don't like it, then she don't like it. It's not like I put her in it's not like I grabbed something that was hidden. It's not like I got to grab something that wasn't popular. It's like if I grab a picture that 5,000 people like that you have on your page, and you like, I didn't go find it in a magical place, bro. It's for the public to see. And like I said, you are the person that said that people are product knowledge experts, and they do this way. And so I'm telling you, as a product knowledge expert that you believe in, that you trust, not me. I'm talking about the product knowledge expert. With Exxon calls me and say, "Hey, give me a Tiger." I'm like, on Exxon, okay, cool. And I'll make the Tiger on the bottom of Exxon. I say, "Hey." I say, and I send it back to them, and I say, "Hey, I thought about this like this," and they say, "No, that's not unprofessional, bro.
That ain't what happened."
But I'm saying, you didn't say nothing about the logos not being on there. You said, why you using the pictures?
Ain't nobody say nothing about the logo. And see, that's what I'm saying. You twisted it.
I know you didn't. That's what I'm saying.
I sent you 3 images.
Time out.
Time out. I sent you 3 images. I just said use the 3. I feel like we've been discussing this too long. It's not an argument because we just talking it through, and I get it. I understand what you're saying, and I think the true disconnect is, A, you didn't see the 3 images I sent you. And B, you had some other stuff going on, and I get it, and that's cool. So that's cool. So that's cool.
I mean, but when you come
after we this is time out. But time out. Let me finish. Let's talk. I think we've talked it through, and after talking it through, what I have honestly unpacked is, you said you had a lot going on. You didn't have access to your phone to see the images. So honestly, after unpacking it, I truly believe you didn't see the images until after I said something about it, and you went and did the best that you could in the time that you had allotted to do it. So I appreciate that. And what I will do, time out. And what I will do is I will send the young lady what you sent me. I will see if she's approves it, and if she approves it, I will drop it as promo.
Well, let me add her logos on there. If I'm saying, like, what I'm saying is,
I don't think the logo is an issue at all. Honestly, the logo is not an issue at all.
But that's to you, bro. What I'm saying is, you're taking it, you're personalizing it to how you feel it should look. And I'm not disagreeing.
I'm not personalizing it.
Yes, you are, bro.
No, I'm not.
I didn't gave you 17 ways. I literally gave you 17 ways that it could have been different. And the only thing you gave me is it had to be exactly what she sent.
That ain't what I said. I did not say exactly what she sent.
You said it should be what she sent. Right?
I did not say exactly what she sent. That is not what I said.
No, you said I should use what she sent.
I said you should use one of the 3 images that she sent.
Yeah, she sent. And what did I say? I said, yeah, you know what? I should have put a logo on there, right? I admitted that.
Oh, and even if you had the 3 images and you just put one of the logos on the image you sent me, I still would have a beef with it, because that's not any.
I understand.
Unless you're using the photo she used in conjunction with one of the images and one of the logos, I rock with that. But
what I'm saying is this, Dub. I'm not saying that your perspective is wrong, but I'm saying that in order to work in any business, bro, it doesn't have to always be one pattern of one methodology, right? If somebody gives you a different methodology and your response is, well, this is the way I think it's professional, and then without arguing, I just said, hey, this is how I think it is professional. And then I can say, well, you know, I wasn't even married to the picture. I said, well, let us see how she looked. And she said, all she can say is no, because I didn't paint her in a light where I didn't paint her in any light that she hadn't painted herself. I didn't do anything, you know, so I can understand. And then I even backtracked and said, you know what, you're right. I said, I should have put logos on there. And if nothing else, I should put logos on there. But but it somehow that comes off as me doing what I want to do. When I'm saying no, it was just a different, like, you're looking at it from this perspective. I don't want to label it. I'm going to say this perspective. And I'm looking at it from this perspective. And the difference in the way we're talking about it is I'm not saying yours is wrong, but you're telling me mine is wrong. I'm not saying yours is wrong at all. I'm just saying you can't dismiss my perspective because it don't align with yours.
The only reason why I'm dismissing your perspective is because it's not one of the 3 approved images. That's it.
See what I'm saying? That you're missing it. I'm talking from an artistic point of view, and you're talking from a corporate point of view. And I'm saying that these things can merge. but you saying no, it can't merge.
No,
I told you where I made a mistake at.
Time out.
Yeah,
I never said they couldn't merge.
If they could merge, then
they
why
100%. Your artistic flavor as the graphic designer 100% is needed. The problem is, if I have approved images to use, we got to do our artistic thing with the approved images that I got. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying that. Look, I even told you. I think I started off saying the spirit in what you did. I fucks with it, but that's not what was approved.
Okay.
But now, after talking it through, I truly understand what truly happened. And what happened was, you was real busy with some life shit. We all busy with life shit, and you didn't have an opportunity to see what was on your phone. I sent those photos to your phone. However, the photos that you were able to use were photos that you had access to on your computer from another set of messages. So now I understand how you got to that photo and not 3 approved images. I understand it.
How many times do you think that moving on from that conversation, mostly, what are your inspirations?
Whenever you say kinda and mostly, you never move on.
I'm moving on for it. What's your inspiration? What inspires you?
What do you mean? It all depends on what you're talking about.
I mean, in general.
That's a broad brush to paint. It all depends on what you're
When's the last time you were inspired by something? And what was your action after your inspiration?
See, I'm inspired by things daily, though. Like the main thing, if you want to ask me what my inspiration is, it's being able to provide for my family, and and just be, like a beacon of leadership, or a beacon of inspiration, or someone that my family can lean on, and to be able to keep myself in position at all times, to be able to just help. That's
what's your inspiration for that, though?
What do you mean?
You just said that's an inspiration is something like, I saw something, or I heard something, or I read something.
Oh, if that's the case, then it's my old man. Then if that's the case, I'm inspired daily by my old man, by the actions he does, by the philanthropy he does, by just helping people randomly, seeing what I've seen from a kid up until a 41-year-old, how my old man is always that cornerstone for the family. So that would be my inspiration to do what I do, just in a general purpose of being me. Now, if you're asking me what's my inspiration on a professional level, that's a different thing. If you're asking me what's my inspiration on a personal level, I think I told you that. So,
what's your professional inspiration?
My professional inspiration is just to be good at what I'm doing at all times. To be able to be a top performer at what I'm doing, whether if it's an entrepreneur, whether if it's working on a company. I'll have certain career goals if I'm working for a company that I want to hit.
What's the inspiration, though?
I'm telling you.
No, you're telling me.
I've already told you that, though. I told you. You asked me what my inspiration was, and it was to be a top performer at what I do, to be able to hit my goals.
That's not inspiration. I'm not going nowhere with this, bro. So before we get any further, I'm not trying to dig nowhere. I'm just really asking.
Who am I looking to?
No, not who or it could be a what.
You give me your example that way. Maybe I can answer it differently.
If I woke up in the morning and saw a bird flying, maybe I'm inspired to inquire, what kind of birds are in the Southwest, which might lead me to, why are there not so many trees? What is the catalyst to the action? You're talking about the actions. I'm talking about what's the catalyst to the action. Is there a catalyst?
I told you what the catalyst was.
What's the catalyst?
I want to be better than I was the next day, every day. So when I wake up, I look at, what did I do yesterday? What can I improve on? What did I do good? What did I do bad? What needs improvement? What is good that I can improve on and be better? And I have a goal that I'm looking to reach every day. When I'm in a professional setting, I set long and short term goals. My inspiration is to make sure I am performing at the top level that I can. I want to be that beacon of information for my associates. I want to be that shoulder to lean on for my coworkers. That's my inspiration, to be the best Aaron in the work setting that I can be daily. That's my inspiration, to do better today than I did yesterday, to be better in January than I was in December. I am my own inspiration in a certain sense.
That's what I was. That's what I said. Like I didn't want to say it like that, but I was like, I mean, that's dope. That's dope. I mean,
I'm trying to push myself better. If I can take the drive that I have professionally and just put that shit in something personally, like the gym, I'll probably be Lou Ferrigno. You know what I'm saying?
So what drives you? So you're saying that things that drive you professionally don't drive you personally.
That is not what I said at all. That is not what I said at all.
I'm not trying to put words in. I'm just trying to figure it out.
I'm telling you, that is not what I said at all.
Okay, so why do you think that you're not inspired to be in the gym the way you are?
I didn't say I wasn't inspired. Now, I might not take the time out. Now, I might be putting more energy over here than I am over there. So I didn't say I wasn't inspired to. Some of it is a sit down and your focus. You know what I'm saying? For the past year, I was working 6-hour days, 12 hours a day, traveling between 3 states on a daily basis. So to be honest with you, when I did have home time, the gym might have been on the back burner from family time, especially when I have a wife who travels just as much as I do. So that, hour I'm probably finna go to the gym, let me sit at home, because when my wife was off, I was in Birmingham. And my off day, I got 10 hours and she finna be back in Houston and I'm in Atlanta. So, it's some of it is divvying up your day. So now that I'm back in Houston, I have more time to now go to the gym and focus on those things, because we're in the same city. When she's gone her 2 nights out of the week, it's cool, because, I'm home the rest of the nights out of the week. So we don't have that roadblock.
Are you inspired by other entrepreneurs? Are you inspired by, world events? Are you inspired by, are there things outside of yourself that inspire you?
I don't know. I look at I guess you can say that. You might see a entrepreneur or business owner who has a business that's thriving, and I can say I see that business, and prime example, podcast. I listen to the Joe Budden podcast. I listen to Flagrant 2. I listen to Joe Rogan. I think, regardless of how you feel about them, those are 3 successful podcasts. And I want our podcast to be as successful as that. I want our podcast to be as organized as those, 3 podcasts, how they are in their different ways. I'm not necessarily saying I want our podcast to be that, but I'm inspired to be able to have a podcast on a certain platform. My goal is to have our podcast on a, top 100 podcasts on Apple Podcasts or something like that. So in that sense, you can say that inspires me.
I'm just thinking, what inspires me? I think that from the way you say what inspires you, and from the way I say what inspires me, is just different ways of thinking about things. That's all. Because I'll be inspired by, like, hell yeah, if I see little kids, if I see a dude on the side of the street, washing the window, I'm inspired, man. I'm like, damn. Like, I don't know. Learning inspires me. Like, learning about things, I get inspired by learning about history and learning about, people who made it through, watch this. I ain't want to do this, but I'm going to do this. Dion is an inspiring person. He inspires people. People are inspired by his speech, by his story, by his journey, by his success, by his wealth. They're inspired by it. it's inspiring, actually, So, I mean, I think that life is an inspiration. More, I think, and this is not a compare and contrast. This is just me. Well, it's more of a contrast, not a compare. For me, it's more life is the inspiration more than me being inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like life is the inspiration. Like seeing life, seeing activities, seeing growth, seeing progression, seeing going somewhere and like, damn, that was dirt 10 years ago. And or man, this kid, you know what I'm saying, blah blah blah, or my homeboy made it, and he moved to Atlanta. That's inspiring. Like things are inspiration for me can't come from within because for me, nothing against. I'm just saying for me because shit on the inside, that's you.
But see, you got to understand when I say that, I'm kind of self-aware. So, when I see examples of people who are being successful, I see that. You know what I'm saying? I say, okay, that guy got a Bentley or whatever. If that's that's just an example. Well, what does that guy do? Or that guy's a CEO over here, or that guy's a real estate investor of his own business over there. Mm-hmm. And let's say I'm a real estate guy. I'm self-aware. So then I stop and I look within myself. Well, what can I do to be better tomorrow than I was today? And that's what I use. I mean,
you don't look at the path they took to get there. You don't think about that part.
I know. I look at the path, but I also am aware that everybody's path can be slightly different. Just because that path worked for Timothy doesn't mean that exact path is going to work for me. But I can look at where Timothy got, and I can, map out a plan for myself. Mm-hmm. And I honestly think, you don't have to follow the same path that somebody follows. I think it's like 97% hard work in your merit, and the rest is who you know and what you know, like they say.
You said 97-3?
Yeah, I think I can fail 20 times, bro. And then that 21st time I can make it. And I think within them 20 times I might fail, that don't mean I'm falling flat on my face. I'm having success within them 20 times that I'm failing. So all I'm doing is climbing that ladder closer to where I want to be. And when I say climbing the ladder, I ain't saying a corporate ladder, just, wherever you want to be. Where I am today, even though I am unemployed, I am steps closer to where I want to be than what I was this time a year ago when I was making $100K plus. Mm. I took a step to leave that situation and come back. And I'm in a better position than what I was if I would have stayed. Yeah, I would have been making 120, 130. But I wouldn't be in a situation to be where I'm at now. This time next year, I'm going to surpass where I was at. So, just knowing that and knowing what's in front of me and knowing what I got to climb in front of me, but I took the step to move. So, that's why I say, you can fail 20 times, but you're going to learn, even though it's cliche and Jay-Z said that shit, it's always a win in failing because now I've seen what's not going to work and I've seen what can work and I got another way to get there. And also, I'm making strides as I'm going. So that's always been my thing. It's always more than one way to get to a place. It's not just only one way to get there.
Yeah. I hate to be that guy, but there's a movie. I really dislike people saying, "Are you seen that movie?" But I'm going to talk about this movie for a second and talk about the real life application of the movie. Everything, everywhere, all the time.
I got to see it because you keep referencing this movie, and I actually had all the plans to go to the movie theater and see it, and then like I said, nigga couldn't stay in one spot, so it eluded me. So yeah,
it's probably on WatchGuard now.
It probably is. I gotta go find it.
Okay, well, I don't want to talk about the movie, but there's that if you make $60,000 a year, you're in the top 3 percentile in the world. In the entire earth, you're in the top 3 percentile, making minimum, what is it called? Middle class America is the top 3% of the world. How many people are busting their butt to get to middle class? Or how many people are right below middle class and thinking they like having the worst in the world, or this horror, or I'm not horror, what's the word? They can't live. They oh man, I ain't this, that, and the other. I ain't this, that, and the other. So and so, and they busting their butt, and you know what I mean. I think there are some lives that can be full of failure that never get to that quote unquote pot of gold, but it's okay. It might not be for everybody to get to the pot of gold. It might be for you to be the person that gets to the person to get to the pot of gold. You know what I mean? It might be for you to be the person that inspires the person to get to the pot of gold. It might be for you to be the person who doesn't make it to 100 times and never makes it, for the person to be like, man, it's because of him or her. That's what inspired me, because I seen them fail all them times, and they didn't fail because they weren't good enough. They didn't fail because they failed because it wasn't in the stars for them to make it, or they were too far ahead of their time, or they weren't misunderstood, or that, you know what I mean?
You know what? I get what you're saying. I don't base success off a dollar amount though.
Oh no, I'm not talking about that. I
think piggybacking off of what you say, I think some people base success off of a dollar amount.
I think most people like.
Actually, most people do. Mm-hmm. I know people who are making, like what you just said. You said if you're making $60K or more a year, you're in a certain percentile. Bro, I know people who are making $200K plus and was bitching about that. It wasn't enough. Oh, I need to make more. I'm mad that this person is earning more than me. And, to be honest with you, I don't think that you really need more than $50K a year to live if you live within your means. But so many people don't live within their means. So many people are chasing the image. They want to look a certain way, drive a certain car, do this, do that. And they don't fully just enjoy life. My whole thing is enjoying life. Once I stop chasing the dollar amount and, I set me some goals, this, that, and the third, I think that's when I truly had success, because I didn't look at things as me failing. I looked at, if it was a goal I didn't reach, I kind of looked at why I didn't reach it and found a way to hit it. And once I hit the goal, I was satisfied by hitting the goal. Whatever reward came from hitting said goal was just extra. So my goal has never been a dollar amount or status. It's always been something I want for me. Prime example, starting a podcast. Mm-hmm. That was a goal that I had. I'm pretty sure it's a goal you had as well. I feel great success.
All I had, man, you got to drag me here kicking and screaming, bro.
I don't think I have to drag you in kicking and screaming at all. But the funny thing is, we started from, bro, literally the first attempt at this was me and you sitting in my kitchen, and we just had a phone on. And it evolved to what it is now. We're going on 3 years.
We had a phone?
Bro, it literally, the first iteration of us potting started with me and you sitting at the kitchen table, and we literally were voice recording a conversation.
Where them at, dog?
I don't know where it's at. But then what happened was, I'm going to tell you what happened.
Bad Potter.
Now, what happened was, after that, I was like, that shit was pretty cool. I grabbed the iPad and I bought like a mic and a device. I recorded the situation with Dominique, like one episode. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, bro, we can really record this shit. And then
what I say?
You was cool with it, and that's how.
That's what I was. I was cool with it.
I'm assuming so. You made the logo,
but man, I don't think I was cool with it at first. I was like, man, I don't know, man.
I think you really became cool with it with Africa's Most Wanted, and you start getting on your soapbox. I think you used it to talk about the people you want to talk about.
I don't talk about nobody, bro. Everybody's godly in my eyes.
Everybody's who?
Godly, man.
No, man. Everybody not godly. But it's late, bro. You got a long day. I got a long day.
Actually, I don't.
You don't? I got an early day.
To close up on the godly part, to get in on this, if God's in control of everything, man, then everybody's godly, no matter whether they're good or bad.
I'm going to sit with that. I'm going to let it stew over. And if I have rebuttal, I will let you know. But I don't see, I don't see how, you know what we do need? I know you want the Boogie's always right. We should always have quotes from Young James Boogie. Bro, all right, new segment. Boogie
I'm very
quotes.
quotable, bro. I be getting quoted all the time.
This is official. Joking, this is official. New segment. I'm gonna make a drop for it. Boogie quotes. Tell me what you just said. Repeat the quote.
I said, oh damn, it was so good, I forgot it. I said that everything is godly because if God's control of everything, that means everything is godly, man, good or bad.
If God is in control of everything, everything is godly, good or bad. Quotes from Young James Boogie. This has been another episode of the 16 Shots Podcast with the brilliant Young James Boogie. And the ignorant AR Dub.
Tell me how you took it. I'm going to tell you what I meant.
And we out.
No, talking about instruments to get the bitches, man.